Hello, hello. It is Musty Hobbit, and today is December 12th, 2017, and we're ready to have another Cartridge Club Hangout. We 50-hour live stream for Extra Life. I believe at this point we are above $1,800 as a donation team, which is just astounding. And a lot of us, the Hangouts, had a chance to participate. I had a chance myself. I had a really good time playing alone for a couple hours, and then we played some Overwatch, which was a lot of fun. But I figure we'll talk a little bit about that today. I think we will probably look ahead. We're doing something. Well, a couple of us are doing something special to kind of recognize some of the best games of this year. A lot of people have talked about this year being one of the best that gaming has ever seen, and I think there's some level of agreement that we have there. So we are talking about doing a game of the year selection for the Cartridge Club. There's nobody watching right now, so the only people who would catch this are going to be the people who watch this on replay, but we'll talk about what that means, what we are asking of people. It's going to be easy. This is not CC100 style stuff. We are talking about just doing. Get this right. That looks much better. Yeah, we're not looking at people to do a list of 100 games or anything like that. It's just a simple survey about what we have and what we have for people who maybe don't play modern games as well, because we want to include it. So did I put out the invites? Oh yeah, might help to people. We're starting a little late, so either this hangout will go later than usual, or we will cut early. We might have as long of a as we normally do, but I'm just to mark like significance. Today is the day that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was actually available now on Xbox One. So console players are finally getting a chance to play that. I only have seen this game in action once, and that was actually on Sunday morning. A couple of people from the club were playing that, including Matt 80 Defense, I believe. I totally have the Hangout set to private. It's no wonder. Let's fix that. Public. That'll fix it. So, people watching. Hopefully, we get some people to join in soon, so we can talk about that kind of stuff. What else has been going on with me? This is the week that Star Wars comes out, and I have been successful thus far at avoiding. Hello. At avoiding spoilers. My blackout has worked. So, hello, Fitnat.
Hey.
Fitting that I started talking about Star Wars when you showed up.
Yeah, I couldn't find the actual video, but
I just fixed it. I had it set to unlisted, so
fine.
Genius me.
I started up some Crucible in Destiny 2 just as you did this, so I'm in the middle of a match.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, I thought. Interesting. Did it not kick off? Not kicked off a tweet.
There's the link.
Yeah, I had the Hangout
chat
link.
window. See if I can set up the chat window before someone shoots me in the face. There we go.
Yeah, I always have my stuff set to default to unlisted, and I forgot to switch it. So, like, there's no viewers. Interesting.
Strange.
Now I know why. Yeah. How was your weekend? Did you
fine.
catch any of the? You caught some of the stream.
Yeah, I got a little bit of the charity stream. Not as much of it as I would have liked to, but
it was a long weekend. I watched more of it than I probably should have. I think I maybe missed at least a portion. I watched a majority of everyone's streams, except I didn't catch Brazzle. I didn't catch. I caught the tail end of Chris's, and I missed most of Kyle's, and like the back end of Josh's. And apparently, Josh had quite a few drinks in him, or shots at least.
Might be worth going back and watching the archive of that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much.
Plus, he did the Cartridge Club themed Mario level.
Yeah. Did he end up? I can't remember if he ended up tweeting out the. But yeah, there was a section of it for each of the games from the first season.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was like a ghost house, and then he had he did like a Triforce out of coins, and I think he made something that looked like a cardboard box for Metal Gear Solid, and those kind of things. So they're like little airship pieces that each kind of tributed to a game from the first season.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Can't remember if he did like a sword in a castle for. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what he ended up doing. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Recovered from your.
For the marathon, more or less.
More or less.
I'm still getting there.
Yeah. I was trying to think about it. Like, each of us took small chunks of time, but really, like, then we were spectators for the rest of it. At least some of us were. I know I was.
I think the Q dogs just sort of. I think they watched most of it I think they just sort of would sleep for a little while, watch some, and then they'd sleep, take naps, and in between. So.
That was good. I mean, for the most part, like, I could have watched most of it with, except maybe some of my sections, like Ninja Gaiden probably was not as kid friendly as some of the other games.
Well, yeah, I think
PUBG.
Flock of Nerds was all pretty much kid friendly.
No, that was awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't even know rating was a thing. Like, I never understood what that. Like, I guess I don't understand the whole Twitch.
Oh yeah, Twitch raids
ecosystem. Yeah, so they got raided. The Flock of Nerds got raided.
By who?
It was called the Nerd Stash, which is a channel that does they do Extra Life constantly.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, like, I don't know if they just have one that's open all year and they just continue to stream and sort of push toward it, but like yeah, they find ways to share the love when they can, and
Mhm.
so all of a sudden, Miles and Catherine went from like 20 viewers to like 48 viewers, and everyone was like, it seriously looked like a ton of bots in the chat.
Mhm.
I assume it probably was, but they were at least backed by people who were there to be supportive, which was just, it was kind of cool.
Not necessarily
So
bots. They were all
all the
saying the
people that
same
get
thing.
rated. Yeah, they were all like, it was like,
They've
the
been
stream
rated
has
by
been
stuff.
rated. There were like
Yeah.
bombs and stuff, and
Yeah, people will just do that, so it's not necessarily bots.
no, I mean that they had some kind of script running to do that stuff, because everyone's
Either way.
looked almost identical. So I don't.
Okay, that'll
It
be
was
it.
crazy, and Catherine's in the chat, so she can attest to that a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It sounds
she
like
was in the
something that
middle
would
of playing.
be.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's something that sounds like it would be an aggressive thing, but it's usually, at least from what I've seen, fairly supportive, or just in
Oh, yeah.
fun. Like God, what's that? Like a wrestler or a UFC guy that is into video games.
Kenny Omega?
No,
Because he's still a wrestler who's huge into video games.
yeah, it's someone else, but it doesn't really matter who. But this Game Attack was the one I was watching, and they rated that guy, and the guy's just like immediately like, "Is this Craig?" Is one of the main guys. He calls him on the stream, so they're having a phone call between two streams. It was funny.
That's cool. There's something.
Yeah, I kind of wish my segment was a little more lively. I think I was probably pretty tired when I started. So.
Yeah, I wish I could have caught the front end of yours, but I realized what time it was.
Yeah.
And I had already stayed up too late as it was, because I stayed up for almost all of the Q Dogs, and then I caught the changeover to Kyle, and seeing that Kyle was getting going.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. That's okay. I mean, I think Kyle Brazel and I all had a little bit. I think we didn't raise a ton of money over our times, just because they're kind of odd times.
Yeah, I think Brazel was the only one who didn't get a donation during his stretch. It was also Sunday morning at from 3 to 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
that's just tough. I thought he might draw in because he's got the whole Gaming Rebellion crew.
Mm.
I thought he might pull in some of those guys, but it was still 3 in the morning. Yeah. But no, it was just, I don't know. It was awesome. I think a lot of us had a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of people right now who are like, streaming is a thing, and
I mean, I've done it in the past. I just probably haven't done it a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but it's just I can't I guess the nice thing is that you could do it and not be on the schedule and just sort of do it for the fun of it. I don't think there's anyone of us who wants to be like a professional Twitch streamer,
well, or
Dr. Despicable or whatever, right?
That's your guy. That's your homeboy.
It's not my guy. It's not my guy. No.
I believe you said on the Hangout that's the guy you want to win that award, and
I think I said anybody but that guy.
Well, I don't think it's a little differently, but whatever.
Because I know people who are on YouTube will stream without any of the overlays, so just the gameplay, just because they need to capture it anyway. So sometimes they'll just stream.
Yeah, they'll do the commentary free streaming and things like that. And I I suppose there's some merit there. I think it's. I brought up in the group that's talking, the group that was coordinating all the Extra Life stuff. There was talk of like turning this into a stream with a Hangout built into it, or maybe a multi-stream. Like if we could get like 3 people playing and then the Hangout happening in the one corner at the same time, like that would be cool. I just don't know how we could do that.
Probably poorly.
It's
bandwidth.
It seems like that would take a lot of bandwidth. You would need somebody who's got something rock solid as far as
Like
connectivity, because you'd almost have to stream in through like one person's computer and then OBS that computer. Yeah, that'd be intense. It'd be really cool, but like it would just be cool if you could have 3 different games going simultaneously and.
We're having a hard enough time getting through one of these without glitches, so.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let me make sure that you got moderator rights.
Thank you.
But no, I had a really good time. It sounds like P1 and Colleen are tentatively looking at
Oh crap!
having a regular stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still playing Destiny.
That's okay. You do you, man.
I just need one more match for a quest, and I'm showing it off.
For a loot box?
Possibly. I think it's gear or something. I'm on a 2nd character, so I need to level up a bit.
I've been playing Horizon.
Nice.
Same, just not now.
I'm not. I could easily not focus on this and play Horizon, but yeah.
Yeah, I blew through Kirby's Dreamland. That was pretty. It was surprisingly short.
I got through level 6 of Nightmare in Dreamland before I realized that's a remake of Adventure and not Dreamland. That I have no way of playing Dreamland. So if I had known that ahead of time, I could have spent the month looking for a cartridge.
Well, that's the thing is, even if you pick it up on December 30th, you could still play it.
Oh yeah.
Even if you picked it up in the last hour of the year, you could still play it and beat it in time.
Yeah, probably. I'll play it eventually. I like Kirby, so I'm not all that concerned. I'm not worried about spoilers in the podcast or anything.
Let me switch something real quick. Okay, there we go. I feel safer now. Dean asks if anyone's playing Katamari.
I was planning on it.
Yeah,
I
I picked
games I don't
I
have.
will most definitely.
I have it. It's just I haven't, My goal is to beat Horizon Zero Dawn before Christmas. So that's my goal, is to beat it before Christmas. So hopefully I can get a couple more games in before the end of the year. So
Yeah, I mean, if you really buckle down, like this year is interesting for these big games, right? Zelda, Mario, Nier. Maybe that's an outlier. Horizon, right? Like, if you wanted to just play the story and that's it, like Horizon is marked as like a 25-hour game.
for me, I was just like, what? I get distracted. I'm like, they're like, oh, go help me. I'm like, okay, and I go and help them, and I just come back, and then they're like, oh, did you go? No, this person needs help. Okay, I'll go help. My friend's lost. Okay, I'll go find him. Put on my little robot vision. Futuristic Batman vision.
Speaking of lost, I just lost all but one other person on my team in this match.
Uh-oh.
The annoying part is that we were winning, and now we aren't.
I was listening to the podcast about Mass Effect 2. I was funny just to hear all you guys getting so passionate about, especially Sean, about that game.
I just wanted to listen to it.
The way that Sean can just
spin a yarn.
Yeah, he just goes, and it's just there's
And just starts.
you can tell that he has DM'd before for
How many
D&D
new curse words
and
did he come
others.
up with that episode?
How many what?
How many new curse words did he come up with that episode?
Oh no, it's not curse words. It's just like stuff that he can just pull off the cuff. Is stuff that like a lot of us would like think of weeks ahead and like write down as a note. It's like I'm totally gonna drop this at this point. And he just seems to just pull that stuff out of thin air. It is impressive. But no, that was a really fun recording. And when we realized that we were 2 hours in and just had gotten done talking about the characters, like, oops. I mean, really, we were talking about all the missions leading up to that, up to the suicide mission, but it was a good episode. I'm really looking forward to this month's episode, and I really hope that the bros play.
That would help.
They did in Tony Hawk. Or they played Tony Hawk
Even
for
if they
about 5
just
minutes.
even if they just play, fine, play a few levels. That's fine. I don't need them to beat the game. There's a lot of fun late game levels in We Love Katamari, but give it a try. I feel like this is one of those games that's like on the surface it doesn't. Like, it may not be appealing to some people, but then once you get your hands on it, it's entirely intuitive and it's fun. The music's good.
How long do you think of a game it is, by chance?
It's not. I mean, if you
I'm just trying to map out.
did well,
I'm just trying to map out the rest of the month, I guess. If
I'm
you
just gonna
want.
look at what this says, because how long to beat says, because.
Oh.
Because that's one I would always play. Story.
Okay, that's good. So
Katamari
that's
has
about
a
a couple
story
days.
mode?
It might not even take you that long. I mean, some situations where you know didn't complete a level and had to repeat it and stuff like that, and some where it's like, then you kind of figure out the mechanic and then you play it again and you just crush the level.
Mhm.
But no, it's a ton of fun. I really hope that I know that Miles and Catherine played Munchables, which I've been looking for. I went to my couple of my like secondhand shops that usually have stacks of Wii games in hopes that maybe Munchables was sitting there, and it was not. Want a copy of that, but it has that has a very similar mechanic,
And I did enjoy watching them play Cooking Mama.
and the lasagna. They ended with the lasagna. No,
Is there a way to like take sections of these and put them on YouTube?
I think there's talk of eventually kind of supercutting all the like best stuff.
Yeah.
Which is kind of tricky because some of the streams had multiple people live, and some of them were just were solo runs, like the There's James drinking that.
Oh,
I didn't even see him do that. I didn't see him do it because I was prepping for my own. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna.
What is he still in the chat? Because I was asking, was that a shot of tequila with the worm in it, or was that?
It was a bottle of tequila that has been in his basement for 10 years, and it was maybe like this much left in the bottle, and the worm.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it was leathery.
I saw that because
It was easily 3 shots of tequila. From what it looked like of that bottle, it was easily 3 shots of tequila, and he had already had 4 beers during the stream because of donation timing.
Yeah, I think I clipped the lasagna. It should be on Twitch somewhere.
Yeah, so I think right now some people are going through the streams and like picking out fun moments and highlighting those, but I think Derek was saying that the entire stream is like 63 gigs worth of video.
Yikes!
I believe it's 50 hours.
Yeah,
and
I think it would have been worse if it was actually 10. I think a lot of it's not 1080p for some reason.
It was 720. I think we were trying to broadcast. At least his rules stated for best, work recording 720p or something like that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to work smoothly. I followed everything just to be safe.
I should have played more Cuphead. I switched off of that too early, I think. That's okay. Oh, good. James is still here. He says it was disgusting.
We went to 720.
I bet. I need to go back and actually watch it because that was...
Yikes, that's a lot of stream, Dean. 40 hours.
Yeah.
Only 10 more to go.
You'd probably somehow manage to watch 40 hours in 10.
Derek's watching it at 4 times speed. He played Super Hot VR. That game looks crazy. Yeah. That was a good time. I'm glad everyone had a good time. I'm glad that the goals got crushed the way that they did.
Yeah, that was more than I was expecting the stream to get.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we had hit 1,000 in the first 24 hours, it was like, yes, inevitably you kind of lose steam at the end.
Well, I figure they're going to be ebbs and flows with the donations.
Yeah, the donations are still going apparently, or at least they were for a while.
I think
through the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can
nice.
still donate. So there are some people talking about doing some like games, or like like if we get together for Overwatch, maybe firing that up and just making sure people know about Extra Life.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. No, it was really good. And we should totally do it again.
Jeez, looks like Dean's trying to get a hold of some Mario cereal. It looks like in the chat.
I never looked at the stores yet for that.
I haven't bothered. My wife went on Monday to check our like big grocery store up by where she's at, which is a much bigger city than where we're at. And they didn't have any. There wasn't even a spot on the shelf for it, so it's not like it got bought out. But I have I checked Walmart on Monday, and it too did not have a spot for it. So I don't know. They ship it on the 11th. I know some people have it in hand, and have already sold it for $30 on eBay.
Really should have looked for that then.
Yikes!
I should have known Nintendo would have undershipped it.
I mean,
yeah, I think I thought I heard one rumor they said that some of the employees that work at those places are just hoarding them.
Surprise me.
Let's go into the back room and there's just a box for the Mario cereal. Don't come in here.
I mean, the thing is that, and John Riggs made a good point. Piece, which you don't have to open the box for, but you could cut that piece out and start making custom amiibos with it. I don't know if anyone has tested it on like Smash, on like Wii U amiibo compatible games. Somebody should do that.
Brad was telling me, Mustino, or buddy Brad here, he was telling me yesterday that you can make amiibos just with a Samsung phone, basically. If you have one, you can just basically make it and then do the tap. I think it's for all those ones that have, like, I don't know if it's the pay system or something like that, but like those ones where you can,
Sure,
those ones where you could share information just by tapping your phones. I think they have that feature built in, so you can, I don't know if there's a program you can download. I imagine there's something where you can download and then make a custom amiibo that way. Or, make the amiibo, just download them and print them that way.
Okay.
Sounds plausible. I never tried it, though.
Catherine asked.
I'm just curious if, because it was released.
And I don't think it is, the cereal.
Okay.
I thought it was only America only, right? Or did
I probably. Just wanted to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That I am also SOL.
Like, I wonder if did Nintendo come across like the wheat and sugar, and we're like, how can we turn this into money?
Because it just looks like Lucky Charms or something.
It's knockoff Lucky Charms, and apparently it's not even that good.
That doesn't surprise me for some reason.
Yeah. We don't have to make this very good. People aren't going to open it anyway.
Yeah,
it's true. True,
What is going on? I'm so confused at the chat.
What, the Tim Tams?
You can add a tweet to a tweet.
I don't know what a Tim Tam is. What are you talking about?
Aren't Tim Tams they're just chocolate cookies?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
I haven't either. I'm just looking at a wiki.
They're like a cookie with a little cream around in the middle, and then they're surrounded in chocolate. Apparently, they're big in Australia, and Melissa gets them. They make them. We have them out here. You dip them in chocolate, coffee.
Now you can use them as a straw.
Yeah, you can suck them through. You can suck the coffee through them.
Suck it down.
They're crispy. Yeah. Did I say Australia?
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And it's called a Tim Tam Slam when you pull a coffee through one. That's funny.
We love them. I was making a little joke about Vegemite there, but.
Yep. Catherine says we have our own fun in the chat. Yeah, you kind of have to make your own fun with this, don't you?
I finished Hellblade. You guys should play it.
I was intending to play some before the Hangout, but then P1 wanted to play some Destiny, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
I don't even want to really say much more.
Yeah.
You already know, if you already know the general concept. It's a weird experience.
Yeah, I was even wondering, like, would it even be a good idea to play that before hopping on the Hangout? Like, would that have even been a good idea? Just psychologically.
Just hoping that doesn't like linger with you.
Yeah.
I finished it before bed last night, so I went to bed right after it.
Yeah.
That was not a good idea.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good plan.
Yeah, that was.
Did you play with headphones?
Yeah, whole thing.
Did you use Just like plugged it into controller or something like that and used it?
Yep.
Like
I use the iPhone headphones, I use my iPhone headphones plugged into.
controller.
I didn't have anyone else in the room, and it was, it was. But yeah, really cool experience. It's really interesting to see what. I hope more games do that. Not necessarily exactly what they do in this game, but I hope that more games use this, like a lot of games use surround, but it's like an amplified stereo that just plays to give the perception of actual bilateral audio. But there are some levels. There's one level that I'm so glad that I made it through unscathed, because I did not want to have to like play through a section of it again. Trying to keep it spoiler free.
That's good enough.
Really good. Really good.
Eventually, I get it. Eventually.
And I know that there's the barrier of
expensive for a digital game.
Exactly. That's another key point to this, basically. So,
sure,
if it's a digital game, that's a high I mean, granted, you got it on sale, and there was a sale. I think that was starting yesterday. When I checked, though, it wasn't on, so I don't know if it was pulled.
Yeah, it's. That was a Game Awards sale, but I don't think
I got it for 25% off.
Yeah, so did I. But for 25% off in Canada, it only brought it down to 30. So, still.
That's right. I forget about these things.
Or it's like, I don't really want to pay that, but I do want to play the game really badly. So.
Didn't Ninja Theory make Heavenly Sword, right?
Heavenly Sword, Enslaved Odyssey to the West,
yep.
And DMC Devil May Cry, the remake of that.
The only reason I asked is because I think it was 2 PSXs ago, maybe it was 3 even, when they originally revealed, I believe Hellblade was at that one, and everyone thought that was the sequel to Heavenly Sword because of the character, the side character. She looked somewhat similar to it, at least in the original reveal trailer, I believe it was for it. No, there's changes because they came out, I think, 2 years later.
Yeah, I mean, both of those protagonists are women with funky hair, so
yeah. But she's the main character's. She looked like the main character's friend, basically, who couldn't really talk, basically. But I think she had like blue paint on her face too, so that's why I think everyone was assuming that was a sequel to Heavenly Sword. But
it started out as a different thing, didn't it? Like it started out like they were going for the Souls thing, but then they were writing the story for it, and that kind of took priority over the gameplay.
I'm not sure on that one. So
neither am I, but like not like priority over the gameplay, like more story than gameplay, but like focusing on telling the story through gameplay rather than telling a story to advance the gameplay. You know what I mean? Became more about the narrative. At least that's what I remember. I could be wrong, but it is funny about that though, considering that they may have kind of figured that Hellblade was going to win. The award was best narrative.
Performance, right? They did best performance in 02, right?
Yeah,
performance, and it got. Okay. Was it Game for Impact? Was the one that they got?
Maybe.
Yeah, you might be right on that one.
It's either that or Edith Finch that got that. Anyway, but I just found it fitting that Andy Serkis presented the award for performance, which is like he was presenting the award to someone who was in one of the 2 Ninja Theory games he didn't have a role in. Because he was a character in Heavenly Sword, and he was the main guy you play as in Enslaved.
Oh, he did the mocap for Enslaved?
And performance. He was Monkey.
Really? Why have I not played this game?
Anyway, actually, I looked at Ninja Theory's catalog the other day, and it's funny. You have their first game from before they were called Ninja Theory. It's Kung Fu Chaos.
Is it really?
Yeah, they made that before changing the name to Ninja Theory. It was the only one they did under a different name.
That's funny.
Yep. Yeah. I've played a little bit of Enslaved. I haven't played and a very little bit of DMC, not because I didn't enjoy it, just I didn't play it that much yet. But I haven't played Heavenly Sword at all. That's the only one that's just kind of completely blank for me.
Oh, Ninja Theory also did the Disney Infinity 3.0.
Yes, I forgot about that. Didn't they work on one of the other Disney Infinities, or at least part of it?
It was they did the Rogue One stuff.
Rogue One stuff. Oh yeah,
there was going to be the Rogue One Disney Infinity content.
Yeah, but that didn't come out. It's unfortunate. The figures for that were kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you guys will luck out and they'll make it a PlayStation Plus game or something. Then at least you guys can play it and not have to be holdouts like you are.
If it doesn't come out in a year, then it probably isn't coming out. So, and I imagine there's gonna be several, sales. I'm also looking at. I still have a lot to play this year.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Is like why jump on another game when I still have Wolfenstein 2, I still have Resident Evil 7, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. It's I'm looking at that aspect basically.
Yeah,
So.
but Hellblade's a lot shorter of a game though, and it's probably more impactful than some of those.
Probably.
Or at least more unique. I'm not saying that those are bad games, they're all good. But you're not going to get something like Hellblade out of that, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate, Musty?
Huh?
Totally paying attention.
No, well, I'm sorry. I just saw this projection. Come on. Which is good news.
Is that good? Okay, I mix up names.
Well,
that's good news then.
At least it's good news to some of us, but
yeah. Anyway, what I was saying was that
done.
Yeah, Ryan was talking about all the other games he was playing, and it was Horizon, Wolfenstein, and what was
Wolfenstein?
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil. And you talked about having all those other games, but I mentioned that they're not going to be as unique as Hellblade, and Hellblade's a shorter game. Those are all good games, but you're not going to get something maybe as impactful as Hellblade is out of that, or some of them.
And I can understand it. It's just that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you have to play it and don't play those other ones instead of it. It's just
it's just the problem of this year in gaming, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of really long games that are really good.
So I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse, if you will.
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah. How many of these do I have and haven't played? Yeah, I have Horizon and I haven't played it more than 2 hours of it. Excuse me.
I downloaded Edith Finch.
Nier.
It's a short one. So I need to finish Nier.
That one's still sealed. I'm a little embarrassed about that.
You should be.
But yeah, so let me segue into what because I teased this. We are thinking about doing some putting out a vote via a short survey for to crown a consensus Cartridge Club Game of the Year for 2017, since this year was so prominent with since this was so prominent with good games and great games coming out this year, we figured why not put them all head to head and make them fight each other. So we're in the process of putting together. Ryan has been gracious enough to work on putting together a survey for us. I'm actually Second Breakfast this week is going to talk about Game of the Year watch and stuff like that, and so I'll be probably announcing stuff for that. I'm probably putting the link out there at that point as well. And I know that the bros are going to talk about this, but everyone to vote out as many games as we think somebody would potentially vote Game of the Year for, and giving people a chance to vote for their top 3. They will say, this one's my Game of the Year, this is my runner-up, this is my third place. And we'll do points to kind of see how that all shuffles out. Then we can kind of come together and have that. We also want to do best CC Prime game for this year, and best CC Portable game is another category. And then we want to give people a chance to write in a game that they played this year, the best game they played that wasn't released this year, or a club game, to kind of give people a chance to still vocalize, something that they played. We'll see if there's. So Catherine asks, will there have write-in votes? At this point, no, but we have the list of games is substantial. There's on the range of
there's 37 games listed as a Game of the Year choice.
So yeah, you could pick from 37 games for your first, second, and third. There will be a write-in though for the game that wasn't a club game and wasn't released this year can be written in. In fact, it's only a write-in for that one. So if you want to, Catherine, if you want to put Munchables as the answer there,
it's hard to do for what we're using for this survey. It's the basics basically. It's like I don't seem to have the power, and at least I don't seem to see it here, is to have multiple options and then have a write-in option to go with it, basically. So with this, I try to create as many titles that came out this year, basically. So, and also, if you're not someone who has a chance to have had to play any of these games, there's a NA option. So you can still participate in the other votes. So let's just say you didn't play any of these games that came out in 2017. You just select NA, and then you can do your Cartridge Club vote. For if you play just the Cartridge Club games or the portable games. There's all the games listed from this year, and we just kind of want to get, I guess, a general feel of what people are thinking or what their favorite games were this last year.
Yeah. So and let's say that you don't like games at all, but you listen to a lot of podcasts.
In the club
podcast, we are going to have a vote for best podcast of 2017. Not individual show, but just general podcast. And Prime and Portable are off the table there. All the other podcasts are on the table. You get one vote. We're going to crown a winner that they can use as part of their marketing. So for those who have podcasts, you should probably get the word out that this vote is.
If you want the votes, better start promoting it on your show.
How are you going to rank the games? You said there's 37 games.
Yes.
And everybody gets to pick 1 through 3.
So there's 3 questions. It's here's my first game, here's my second game, here's my third game.
And they're all the same list?
Yes.
It's the same list.
I have a link.
Will you add Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale to that list?
I can.
Who gets? Yeah, what is this? Musty, you're just picking. Who chose
we have
the
37 games, and we have a specific one that's as being requested.
Oh, who requested? Did Catherine request it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's in the.
Okay,
she
sorry.
mentioned it in the chat.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay.
Oh, she says don't add it to the list. Okay.
Well, it came out last year too.
But
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's substantial. If you want to vote for, Dream Daddy, it's on there, or whatever.
I'm looking this up because I think it came out last year. Guardians of the Galaxy.
You go from December 8th to December 8th.
Is there an option to vote for Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yes, it is. Damn, the Guardians of the Galaxy did come
on
out
there.
this year.
So is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Give everyone a chance.
But yeah, so that's what we will have a view podcast, and we'll share the results. I think we'll talk about a chunk of them that get the highest vote total. Go through and we'll crown a game of the year. We'll crown a best club game for this year and best portable, and then
the best podcast voted by the club this year.
And then we'll definitely there's obviously going to be room for honorable mentions, and I think that some of those, this is the best thing I played that didn't come out this year. I think that we'll definitely do those, because those are always great, because people get a chance to talk up a game that nobody's talking about anymore, because it's not part of like the here and now.
I think in general we were going to talk about the top 10, maybe at least for the vote too.
That's probably what we'll do. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what the vote looks like. If everyone votes on the same 3 games, then that kind of. Then we'll have a top 3 list, and we'll find other things to talk about for the remainder of the time. But there's enough parity, I think, between all of the offerings for this year that I think we'll get a good assortment. And the more votes, the better. So,
why stop at podcasts? There's lots of different kind of content that Cartridge Clubbers create.
This is fair.
Well, I'm not trying to make your jobs harder.
He wants special so he can have in the QDoc house via.
No, I don't. I definitely do not want that.
Or he wants.
But there's video. I mean, there's videos, there's blogs,
and that's how I see it.
I definitely don't want that either. No, I don't know. I think it gets hard, because then you'd have to nominate, because there's a lot of different kinds of videos, and maybe blogs.
Well,
are there enough blogs to
Dean's only really. So best blogger here. Here's your pre-show award. Dean, you get best blogger in the Cartridge Club.
There you go. I'd vote for that. Yeah, maybe videos isn't realistic. There's too many. You'd have to take in nominations or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to take in nominations to get it down to like a list of 5, and maybe do like best individual video.
Maybe it's too much trouble.
Dean says yes, best blog.
He accepts. Good idea.
I'm surprised you were doing podcasts at all. I thought that might be a little bit of an antagonistic vote.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. We thought the podcast thing would be fun, because there's such an abundance of that. Whereas and there's regularity with most of those. Some of them just come out on a Wednesday when they feel like it.
Man, what's with those guys? No, I think podcast makes sense. I was just curious. But I think you've answered.
We figure people can promote it on their shows then too, or something saying, "Hey, get out the vote."
Well, yeah, you should probably tell people outside of this forum.
Oh yeah. Well, we're going to mention. I mean, I think we can probably reach out to maybe we'll reach out to the podcast people so that they can get it in. Unfortunately, the monthly ones, James and Miles and Catherine and Chris,
game time.
Those guys won't have a recording before the end of the year, because we're looking to crown our winners as pretty relatively quickly after the year has ended.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Just
should
out of
do
sheer
a quick
convenience.
commercial video or a short video or something. Short
Well.
commercial.
Well, yeah, a short commercial talking about the year in review show, and that they should. Actually, that's not a horrible idea.
No, it's not.
From AD Defense to do it.
What did you think of my suggestion for an alternate category in the Hangout chat?
Best podcast character.
Yeah, it's starring Rusty and Cobb.
I like it.
Oh God, yeah.
But no, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So worth noting though, for podcasts, it is ones that are on the site. So if they, I think we have all of them, or if they have a forum section, that's what it is. A forum
That
section.
makes sense. Yeah.
Then we're counting it.
So weekly is in too, correct? So you see
Yep.
weekly.
Weekly is in, but the Prime and portable ones are not, because they're going to have their own award for a specific one. Yeah, and how people decide to vote on those is up to them. You know, if they want to say this is my favorite show, this was the game that I had the most fun with. However you feel compelled to vote. It's the best thing you can do.
Catherine said you guys should wear tuxes and live stream, and I 100% agree with that.
That would be
You
good.
got to class this thing up, make it like.
With our production level, you could wear tuxedo T-shirts.
I might still have one. I actually have one upstairs.
Have one of those.
I am not shocked by either of those. But I threw that out there completely just out of nowhere.
I was gonna do that as part of the joke until you suggested it. I was like, you know what, I have one of those.
Well, Christmas was ruined. Oh well.
Spoilers. So don't tell anyone your votes. We're not going to reveal it. It's all secret here, basically. We don't.
So how are you voting? Is it on the site?
It will.
So there will be a survey that we will. It'll be posted on the site.
Yeah,
we'll hammer social media with it.
Yeah, there should be. It should be also reachable via Twitter, so you can vote that way too. But most likely you'll find it just on the site. So
but yeah, we'll make that official and live fairly soon. And yeah, it should be. It'll be nice, and if it goes well, maybe next year we can hire an orchestra and a lip syncer and some other people to show up. We'll get Kojima in here. It'll be awesome. You won't know what hit you, but it'll be awesome.
Yeah, Kojima will just be wearing a shirt with Musty's face on it.
That's right. Just my mouth, right?
Yeah, just the mouth. That was so weird.
We were thinking about, trying to do something too, like that. Was the doctor? What's his name? Doctor.
I don't remember. It's Dr. Despicable.
Dr. Despicable. We're trying to have like the most happening Cartridge Club like that or something. Whatever that category was.
We were thinking about doing a trending gamer, but for a club member. But I don't want to.
Yeah.
You can do that, but with the podcast characters. I'll stop trying to make this happen.
I'm trying to think of other podcast characters.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something.
Well, there was. So, do you remember when Miles used to explain things to Catherine as like a space alien? Where did that go?
Oh yeah, that was great.
That one was ejected out the airlock.
Or how do you explain it? What was it? How do you explain it to a space alien?
Yeah.
We'll get confirmation of that in a second here, but
I would also say like Digital Dan and like what was it, Physical Pete?
That's right.
Was that this year?
Those are bonus. Yeah, those are bonus barrel guys from this year.
How many of those are just Rob?
It's basically just Rob Carrot. Here's
yeah, that might be where it falls
vote
apart.
for one. Rob Cobb, Digital Dan, or Physical Pete.
Is Bonus Barrel on the club website?
Yep.
Yeah, and just Rusty there out of nowhere. There's got to be more than that.
I don't know. There's not a lot of people who do like
The characters.
voice work. I guess you could do Mars's KRP in Cincinnati, WKRP in Cincinnati voice.
You could take submissions and see if there's enough for a vote.
Sure.
I always
That'd
like
be
Bill
funny.
doing Joe. Does that count as a character? Bill's rendition of Joe?
Oh,
I think we can allow that.
that game. That game sounds dumb.
No interest.
Nope. No, not interested.
He sounds nothing like Joe, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, maybe people could just, rather than trying to think of characters, people could just submit them and see if anything comes of it. I just think that would be funny.
There you go.
We gotta do something meta in this community.
So when are you guys going to record this? Is this going to happen after the new year? Or is it going to be out at
It'll
the new
happen
year?
as promptly. It'll be as close to the new year as possible.
Okay. Sounds good.
I need to talk to the people that we want to have on.
Okay.
I'm hoping to record on the 2nd and have it ready to go by like
The 3rd.
maybe the 3rd,
I'm
which would
teasing
be that'll probably be the day that the Katamari one comes out. So maybe we wait until later that.
Oh, right. I should play that.
You should. We all should.
I want to play the first one first, though.
No, it's fine. It really is okay. Trust me, it's okay.
All right.
Like,
I have other stuff I need to play first.
don't even bother reading the story.
Well, yeah, the story is they're nonsense,
It's-
right? They're nonsensical.
Well, it's kind of so if you know that, yeah. So the first one, the general concept, right, is that the King of all Cosmos went on a bender, and stars and all the things in the sky mixed up, horrible hangover, asks you to go to make new celestial bodies,
Planets.
and so
Yeah.
you know, themes like there's one where you have to get all the paper cranes because you need to make the constellation Cygnus.
Okay.
Those sorts of things. That's the first game. The second one actually goes into was young,
I'm losing you.
Yeah, little robot action.
and so the chapters kind of life. Cosmo,
Yeah, little robot action there going, Musty.
Yeah.
the
I'm a robot.
Guess he was giving away too many spoilers or something. They're editing him
Sorry,
out.
I didn't catch a single thing he said. That's all right.
The government shut Musty
I
down.
didn't. I was just doing this. I stopped talking and just started doing this for a little bit.
Must be calling in from inside a Sega CD.
Do.
Well,
But yes, play it.
play it.
It's too much
Okay.
fun.
All right.
The music is great.
Well, yeah, I like
It's
the
a
music
blast.
in the first one. I remember.
It's annoying. I had a friend that said he would sell me his copy of it, but then I just kind of forgot about it, and then I contacted him about it later, and he said that he had accidentally sold it with a bunch of other stuff he was getting rid of. So, yeah, I'm not playing
Friends
that
like
one.
that, you know?
Well, I hadn't talked to him about it in like 3 months, so give him some leeway.
Mambo Chichachi.
Huh?
It's from the chat.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Pickups.
Sure.
Go for it.
You guys have
I've only got a
pickups?
few minutes
I
and I
do.
gotta go.
I have a pickup.
I'll get my 2 non-video game ones out of the way so everyone can continue on with their lives. So, In a shock to nobody, I picked up the last volume of the Silver Surfer run that's been going, so that's a little bittersweet. But other than that, the new Star Wars book, Canto Bight, which is kind of like a short story collection, 4 short stories inside the casino from Episode 8. I've seen like a little comparison to it story-wise, like just in terms of structure to Pulp Fiction, but I have no idea how accurate that is. But anyway, that'll be it. Also Hellblade, but that's digital, so I'll just mention that here.
You should hold it in your hand. Like,
I mean, you should turn your PlayStation 4 on, hold that up with your TV going. Hellblade.
Prove it.
It's physically in the PS4.
I'll go.
Okay.
I will start with my. So I picked up What Remains of Edith Finch, which will be my E, which will close out my CCABC.
Yay! Good job.
So you can close out What Remains of your CCABC.
What remains of my CCABC will be closed out by Edith Finch.
Nice.
E on the cover is the largest letter that's on that cover.
It is
I
a
also
name,
got
not a
Hellblade.
numeral, so I'll accept it.
So let's do this first. I went to the secondhand shop, and this is the one where if it sat for 50%, if it sits for 3 months, it goes down to 80% off. GameCube games are normally marked at $5, so this was $1, and it's complete. Other kitty seem to have like a ton of the DreamWorks games, and then there was this. This has sat there since September 3rd, and it is still sealed. It is You're in the Movies.
What?
Yeah, still sealed. So. Still has the pull tab, the tab and everything on the top.
Wow. That's the webcam I'm using right now.
I got this for $1.60.
So is that Xbox 360? Where is that one?
Yeah, it's the 360 cams. This is before. This was pre.
Thank you. There's your proof. Thank you.
So,
We need some kind of proof, or else it didn't happen. So, thank you for providing proof.
yes. But yeah, this was the Vision camera that came out before Kinect was the thing.
So does that one add you? Because it says you're in the movie. So does that add you to like a movie scene where you're just sitting there and there's a scene going on? Because that'd be a fantastic stream.
It's just 2D. Yeah, well, this could be an awesome stream. Yeah, absolutely. I would wonder about.
I tune in for that
because I think there are. Actual movie content, so I don't know if that would be an issue with streaming it, but yes, you either make your own mini movies or what was that one? Catherine was talking about it. There's some Star one where you're not SingStar, it's something else. Anyways, those I got today for a total of $2.67. So pretty happy with that. And then there was this stack which I got for $40 off of Facebook.
Nice.
So we'll go through these. Some of these are disc only, and I probably don't care about them. But WWE 13 for the PS3. These are all PS3 games, by the way. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5. Skyrim, Fallout 3.
I imagine a lot of these are going right back to GameStop for their trade and sale.
Not necessarily, no. Actually, I'll tell you which ones are doubles when I'm done.
Nice.
Darksiders 2, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection.
The Destiny demo disc.
Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition. NCAA Football 13. This one is in a cardboard sleeve. It is and Hitman Absolution. And these last 3 are doubles. One of them is another copy of Skyrim. Lair, which I have already. Fantasy X2 or X and X2 HD remaster.
10 and 10 too.
You got me on the Mega Mans lately. Final Fantasy X. Jeez.
I just didn't want to give Ryan any more evidence to the contrary of reality on that point.
Yes, Catherine, I was thinking of U-Star. That's the one. I figure this is similar. This one is the Xbox specific one. But yeah, so I picked those up off of Facebook for $40. Whether I keep them all or not, like I think, as I understand, the Skyrim version on the PS3 is not great. It was at least really buggy at launch.
Yeah, I think when the bigger your save file gets, the laggier the game gets. But I don't know if that's still around. And I think that may have been on the other consoles to a lesser extent, but I don't have a 100% grasp on that.
But yeah, I mean, like GTA 5, the copy that I have on 360 is not great. I did not have a copy of Fallout 3. The Darksiders games are great. I may the Sonic Genesis collection because good Christmas present to my brother-in-law. And I already have the 360 one.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
I have the 360, so I could give him Destiny. That'd be funny. Here you go. Destiny on PS3. I wonder what the player base is like.
Probably not very high.
Is that paywalled by Plus?
No, not on PS3.
It is.
It's free.
Right?
Yeah, it's free on PS3.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, they didn't get the last DLC pack on that, and I feel like a lot of people probably moved on at that point, so don't know how many people will be on there.
Yeah, I think if I were going to play any Destiny right now, it would be 2, and it would be on the Xbox.
Yeah. And
if only for the graphical and performance stuff.
Yeah. I joked about that being the demo disc just because there was so little in the initial game.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I was shocked. He offered me for another $10. He offered me a copy of Far Cry 4, and I was just like, no, not for $10.
The PS3 version.
Yeah. It was like the limited Walmart edition.
Ooh.
One thing you could potentially do there, because, well, you have a PS4 as well now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't remember for a second. But anyway, it doesn't matter which platform you did it on. But you could trade a couple of those in there, like your doubles and Darksiders 1 and 2 to get the PS4 version of Darksiders, because they substantially improved how that game looks and plays.
The War Mastered one?
Yeah, it's like they upped it from it was like sub 720p and 30 frames to solid 1080p and 60. So it's substantial.
Yeah, and I have Darksiders on on Games with Gold.
Yeah.
So 360 and backwards compatible. So I have that digitally. So it's an idea.
Yeah.
Like some of these, I'm not gonna go back and play Hitman. I'm not that interested there. Is this Batman game I probably shouldn't start with this one, right? If I was gonna play them.
You could, but you don't have to. Also, actually, on that holiday sale on PlayStation.
You never played them before?
I've never played any of the Rocksteady games.
Wow.
That one's not Rocksteady, so...
I'm sorry, I wasn't corrected. I haven't played any of the Arkham games.
Yeah, I wasn't correcting you on that. I was just letting you know that. But anyway, perfectly, because of that holiday sale, the Return to Arkham collection is on sale on PS4. For you, it might be like $10. It's $15 for me.
Why would it be $10 for me?
Price difference, conversion rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been a plus.
Good. Because you have beautiful hair and people appreciate that, and therefore you get a $5 discount.
Ever since I hooked up that PlayStation camera, I've been getting discounts for some reason. I can't explain it.
For some reason, you keep getting free games.
That's right.
Yeah,
What's happening?
yeah, but that has Asylum and City in it, so with all DLC, so that would be a good way for you to get into that.
That would fill out the rest of the catalog there.
Yeah, except for Night, but I think that's on sale too. But
Yeah, that one's like $10 now. You can get that
Yeah.
pretty cheap.
yeah, for trying the series, who knows?
Yeah, but now I could take my Mass Effect 2 save, import it into this Mass Effect 3, and boom.
In your story.
I didn't even see Mass Effect 3. Did you hold that up?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's this.
Oh, okay.
And it's the N7.
Oh yeah, okay. That's why I didn't register because there was no box art. Never mind.
Yeah, N7 Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
So
I think I just heard the
to see
N7,
it.
so it just kind of went over my head.
and they're all in like
Yeah.
guy took care of his stuff. He said he was a teacher. Like, cool. I thought about pulling the. You got any other games? But I didn't.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Yeah.
What are you selling? Anyone else completely lose Musty there for a minute?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Up until the what are you buying? What?
All right, let's do some more pickups here.
Yeah.
I got a stack of stuff, and this might take a while.
Yeah.
I have one, so
Meanwhile-
I'll just go real quick here.
Okay, you
me-
go quick.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the plot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know.
So, picked this up today. It was just under. It was like $15.75 or something like that. It just came out today. It was retail at $20, but Gamers Club Unlocked brings it down to 16, but with taxes, 16 something, whatever. But I've discovered that if you select originally when checking out online and you have your BestBuy.com account, that if you select free shipping or the shipping that's going on right now, they pop up the option saying, if you pick up in store, we'll take another $1 off. So I selected it and I went and picked it up on my lunch break because there's a Best Buy right by my work. So I'm glad because if I originally select pick up in store, that $1 off feature doesn't take place unless you select free shipping. Then it pops up. So it's a way to get an additional.
So trying to incentivize it. Yeah.
So a way to get another $1 off is what I chose it. So that's what I picked up today. So
If you pick up in store, we'll take off less than the amount of gas it requires to get to the store.
I got some really weird kind of things, a lot of literature, so hope you like books.
Yeah. Don't everyone be shocked at once.
And no, it's not the strategy guide to the guy game. It's Atari Disk Operating System Reference Manual.
damn,
Or
I was
a-
hoping it was the strategy guide.
for the Atari 400, I believe. So I thought that was kind of cool, and there's a whole bunch of stuff like this. So basic programming for Atari, all for Atari 400 computer.
I might have the cartridge that goes with that, but not the computer.
The Compoot's First Book of Atari Games. This actually goes for a decent amount on eBay, so
I'm not surprised.
kind of neat. And then the Compoot's Second Book of Atari. So kind of cool. And then at the same time came out some discs. None of them are games, but the Atari Proofreader Dictionary diskette, and then another I can't remember the 5 and a quarter. No, whatever these discs are. I can't remember now. Floppies. I don't know what's on that one. It looks like it probably could be blank. And then also was Master Diskette 3. So I don't even know what that is, but I think it's the operating system disk for the disk drive that goes with an Atari 400 computer. That was pretty cool. I picked up, and I don't know why, the whatever this is called.
Zelda manga.
Yeah, that one.
Which
I
one?
see it. This one is Ocarina.
Yeah, there's one for each.
Yeah. And then I also picked up The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and this is like from the Nintendo Powers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the compilation of all the
Nintendo
the
Power
comics.
Comics.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool right there.
Yeah, there's one for the Mario ones as well, I think.
Pretty dope. And then this book I picked up, which is not video game related, but still kind of cool.
Oh,
It's
that's
Muhammad
what is
Ali.
that?
I think it's like a reprint of like a 70s.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the format. It's a hardcover of that.
It's a hardcover
I
of
see
it.
that.
4.5 price books. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought
Proud.
I'd grab that. I think that goes for a pretty decent amount. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
I'll
wouldn't be
hold on to it.
surprised. I was about to say, look that up because I've never heard of that.
It was made in 2010, so I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
But I mean, it retailed for $40 US.
That's long enough ago that might be worth some money.
Yeah, and then
More than $10
I picked up in
or $40. I mean,
Macintosh PowerBook G3 from like 1998.
yikes! Oh,
Wow, there you go. Old school laptop.
Yeah.
And it also came with the disk drive because this thing's really cool. Like you can, what you do is you pop out the side of it, and then you can like put another disk drive in it. You slide it in, however you do that. I got it upside down.
Yeah. The first and last time an Apple computer was modular.
Yeah, it's totally modular. Like you could put like 2 hard drives in it. You could do whatever with it. If it's plugged in, you could put like, whatever kind of thing. Kind of cool. So yeah, that was like $14. So goes for a bit online too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to check it out a little bit, but I don't have the power supply for it, and it's of course proprietary. So therefore, if I want to spend $50 to get a power supply for it, I could do that, but I'm not going to. And then into some actual video game stuff. There's a bag for $4.99. Excuse me, which contained a PlayStation 2 memory card, a whole bunch of garbage DS titles. So Imagine Master Chef, Nintendogs, and Cake Mania 2. But the thing that was a major interest in there was a copy of Pokemon Gold.
Yeah.
So pick that up.
That stuff out of the way first.
Yeah.
Kidding.
And then yesterday I walked into my store and I picked up Kid Icarus: The Myths of what is it called? Of Myths and Monsters on the original Game Boy. And I did not have that, so that's pretty cool. And then a copy of Kirby's Dream Land.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Thematically appropriate.
Yeah. Now I can play it because my video games are all packed up. Now I have another copy if I wanted to play it. And yeah, that's everything, I think.
That's a double?
Yeah, I think that's a double.
Hmm.
I'd have to double check, but I think it's a double.
No pun intended there.
No pun intended.
Might be interested in that if you want to throw that into with the Batman game or whatever, if we eventually ever get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually, yeah. Just, I'm not in the trading position right now. I'm packing up the house and everything.
Yeah. Well, I've got that
Yeah.
Kabuki game for you. I could just send that out whenever. Probably not during the holiday rush. That would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. But as this hangout's going on, I think I'll play Kirby's Dream Land.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can finish it. It's the challenge. No.
Finish it during it. I don't know. I don't think I've ever played it before, so that might be quite the challenge.
Quite the challenge for 45 minutes.
Is that all it takes?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty short.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you were wondering
If you're
how
good.
it would be you. It's like if you were wondering how long it would take you to beat Mario Land during the hangout, not the length of the hangout. Anyway, I'll be right back.
I guess I have some pickups. Let's see.
on you since.
Yeah, no, Andrew usually does it. So I had to order a copy of Kirby's Dream Land. I kind of got it in. I think it came in like right after I saw that tweet from that they're gonna record. Like, I think they're recording today. And then I got Axiom Verge just beaten all to hell by, I guess, when I got in from Best Buy.
I was thinking about that because I saw they had it.
Let's see. And then I guess the game of the month. And then so I tweeted out a couple of Famicom games that and then I think one of my friends on Twitter is a big collector, must have liked it, and then one of his followers saw it and said he had some Famicom games, so I bought a lot off of the guy. So this is Ultraman, I believe it's called. Ultraman 2. Let's see, Star Wars. Let's see, Macross. It's Kid Dracula, and then let's see, King Kong 2. So that's all. That's all I got. So.
What kind of deal was that? That was
It was an all right deal. I think it might have knocked like maybe 10-20% off of what it would retail for. So
okay.
it
That
kind of
Kid
worked
Dracula
out.
one's kind of pricey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be $20 or $30 or something.
Oh, I thought it was like more than that. You know, it's like one
It
of those metal Jesus syndromes or whatever.
Metal Jesus here.
Yeah, one of his hidden gems.
Hidden gems.
Yeah, I know the guys in GameSec love ragging on him about that.
Did someone say hidden gems? Seems to be that Axiom Verge seems to be disappearing from the stores right now because Best Buy doesn't have it on their website anymore. There's one store, it's not that far from me. Like there's the Multiverse edition and then there's the regular edition, and both of them seem to be sold out online.
I think I ordered it back in, I think during Black Friday week of Black Friday, and then I think it took them like a week and a half or 2 weeks to get it in, and I had to go to a store that was pretty out of the way.
Yeah, so this one's not far, but actually I'll be in the neighborhood on Sunday where I could pick it up on Sunday. So I think you can hold on hold for a week there at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Once you buy it online.
Was that trick you're talking about? I think because I've done it before. Where you pick shipping at like free shipping, then it'll pop up like the $1 off for in-store pickup.
I'll have to see if that'll work on this one too. I don't know. Is Axiom Verge any good? I mean, I've heard people praise, a little, but I kind of want the honest opinion, not just, oh, it's a Metroid game. You must play it. It's a Metroid game,
I've heard good things. Oh, well, let's see. It has like an 86% on Metacritic, so I think it's good. It's not like a perfect game, but I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think some of the graphics on that are a little hit and miss. I haven't played a lot of it, but I remember like not liking the character design all that much, or something like that.
I mean, that's the thing. I look at the little picture, and the guy's really tiny, and I don't know if that's.
And it's just supposed to be one engineer just sort of running around.
Uh-oh. We getting a surprise appearance here?
Yay!
Ho, 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 who's this?
What's happening?
Hey, Bill.
Going good.
Long time no chat on the Hangouts.
Well, you guys don't talk about us anymore, so I figure I better get on here.
Well, you heard about the award show coming up for us for the Cartridge Club?
The what?
Les, do you want to explain it again real quick to him?
Sure. So we're doing a year in review thing, mainly as our like crowning of the game of the year. some additional categories, including best CC Prime Game of the Year, best CC Portable Game of the Year, and best podcast
Oh,
2017. Best Cartridge Club podcast.
So it's a
of
vote
2017.
by the club,
So,
you know.
Hmm.
But it's up to like the show to promote the
Club
vote, you
vote.
know, to get them to vote out for their favorite podcast. So
wow, geez, there's no way I can beat Dollar Dorks.
And if there's demand, best Cartridge Club podcast character.
Well, shit, you guys should have told me earlier because we just finished recording. I could have plugged that.
well, we're gonna have. I'm gonna talk it up this. I'm gonna talk up the whole concept this week. And weekly hit it pretty hard. Although they're also in the running, FYI, for that show. It should be good.
When
And then
you
we're
plan
gonna do a wrap up podcast that sort of goes through
reveals
best
the
games
results.
of the 2017 show and all of that. Should be fun.
Wow. What's
We
the time?
were talking.
We're cutting off the vote on December 31st, and then we're gonna do the show like hopefully that first week in January to get it out right away. Basically, to show the results from 2017. Basically, so then the winner can go all of 2018 saying, "Hey, we were the 2017, you know, podcast of the year for the Cartridge Club." You know, that's your bragging rights. That's your trophy.
Yeah. You'll always be introduced as 2017 Cartridge Club.
Hey, and then if you win it in 2018, you say two-time winner. You know.
Yeah. Cool. Good idea.
You know, you'll be happy too that because they're not listed on the Cartridge Club forums, that Transformers and Beers is not also listed. So you'll be happy about that. You know, like
Good.
they had a forum spot. You know, they would be a candidate, but since they don't, you know, you don't have to worry about those trannies coming in and
Yeah.
voting for them.
They're just bootleggers, anyways.
Yeah.
Freaking
In
guys.
games now, right? It's Transformers,
Yeah.
Beer, and games.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Mm.
So
So?
vote should be.
So Bill, Catherine says that TIFF is screening a 70mm print of Lawrence of Arabia on the 23rd and 24th.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I don't know if it's TIFF or TIFF, but
I think
it's
it's
one of those things.
I have no idea what that is, but at least
That's
nothing about it.
that's the headquarters for the Toronto International Film Festival.
That makes sense. I've heard it before, but I just didn't remember what it was for.
Holy
But,
mackerel.
so Lawrence of Arabia is actually supposed to be good. I don't know much about that movie.
That's way up there for me. That's number one.
Okay. Because completely just out of nowhere, I have it from the library, and I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, yeah. That's a great print, too.
Yeah. Better be. It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that print, I saw details in the images that I'd never seen before. That print is so good. I don't even have a 4K TV or anything, but it's it's really cleaned up well. But man, yeah, seeing a 70 mil in an actual theater, that's tempting. I think I'm away that weekend, though. Damn it. Well, family be damned. I might have to make a trip for that one.
Take them with.
You want a 6-year-old and a 13-year-old
Okay.
in a 4.5 hour movie.
Never.
Yeah. Next stop, original 5-hour screening of Mad World. I don't even know if that's a thing that still exists anywhere, but I just remember that.
Do Trilogy Day and call it good. Right? No. It's 11.
Eric, what's
I should know
happening?
this number.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Man, I talked you up big time this weekend's episode.
You did?
Oh yeah,
Oh, to what do I owe the honor of that?
for all the entertainment you gave me on the stream, buddy.
Oh, the stream. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad, I guess.
Did I miss the electrical tape?
Yeah, that happened right
could-
right at the end.
I think I tuned out right before the end there just because I was getting a little tired.
There's no electrical tape. I'm worried enough about there being video out there of me chugging a beer. We're not doing electrical tape.
Oh man, I loved it.
So when
You
have two
trying
ways
to decide the rules of chugging, what a chug is? Can I breathe while I chug?
I don't know what the rules are. I tried not to. I tried to do it in one thing. But I still don't know why. Musty. Oh, Musty. I should ask Musty. Why do you not chug IPAs?
Just the hoppiness, like
Yeah. It's nasty. It's just a
I
nasty
prefer
thing.
something. I prefer something that's not as
Troy, you can-
flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like cooking a prime rib, well done or something. It's just something you don't do. You don't waste a good piece of meat.
No, it's not. I mean,
You don't waste a good IPA.
It's not like a $100
suppose you
bottle
could
of
say
Scotch
you're
or something. Put it on.
you're wasting the good flavor of an IPA, but sometimes just trying to put all that down at once is
Well,
doesn't sit well with your stomach.
wow. I was all right with it. But apparently James wants to do another one in Chicago, so
The
have
chug
some-
off?
We'll have some fun there. I don't know if it's a chug off. Just one for me, thanks.
I know one more beer we'd have gotten your shirt off.
I chugged this during mine, but it's just soda.
Oh
so-
yeah, the elixir. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Wow, this stream was a great time. I really
Wasn't bad.
appreciate everybody contributing to that.
Yeah, it was good. I wish I could have watched every minute of it, but
I know we got nothing done over the weekend. I'm like, okay, well the stream will be over Friday night for us, and then we'll have some time to work on the weekend. Except we didn't. We wanted to watch everybody. So all Saturday, most of Sunday, it ended. I think it ended at 1 p.m. our time or 2 p.m. or something. So we did have some of Sunday left, but maybe 3
Yeah.
p.m. What was it? It ended at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't remember. We still had half a Sunday left, it seemed.
I was hoping it was going to be on one of my work weekends so I could have watched more, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
complete
Good
the
enough.
game of the month.
What is
here
Troy
in a
playing that on?
Kirby's Dream Land.
No, what is it on though? A Super Game Boy?
That's my Retron.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's on my Retron 5.
I don't remember it having those kind of good colors on the just on the Game Boy Advance, but maybe I'm just not remembering it. So I'll ask. I played this game for a little bit. I don't know if it was the second level or what, but I don't get the structure of this game. I was in some kind of castle and I'd open a door and I'd go back out, or I'd end up somewhere completely random. It was pure dumb luck that I ended up at the end of the boss. How does
That's
this game?
basically what I was doing. That's what I'd do. I've never played this before in my life.
So how does the game work? I mean,
Keep going to the right.
no, is that true? Because the castle seemed completely non-linear to me.
Up and to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of maze in there, but yeah, I did the same thing. I just fumbled my way to the end.
So there's no notion of trying to like explore everywhere. It's just get to the end.
At least in Adventure, there are like some areas where you can like use certain. Nope, there's not abilities in that game in Dreamland, so there's copy abilities now. So never mind. But
The second
there's
one
some
had
extra
copy
Adventure.
abilities.
So
All right. Well, I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll give it another shot. But
I don't know about Dreamland. So.
Well, I got to ask everyone's thoughts on the Metroid vote.
That's interesting.
what
On
happened in the Metroid vote?
So Curtis Curtis says that we're playing. I guess February we're playing a Metroid game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I voted.
Portable.
Yeah. Do we know what won?
It's still going on, I think.
It's still going on, really?
Yeah.
It's like a
It's
week-long vote, yeah.
Oh, I voted
Now's
for...
your chance to...
I give a quick
What was
update.
the-
if you wanna know.
What was the other candidate other than Samus in that first round vote?
Zero Mission, Fusion, Samus Returns, and Prime Hunters.
Yeah, I don't know those other 3 games.
Yeah. Well, 2 of those I've already played, and one of them I have no interest in, so I voted for the remaining item, the remaining game.
Yeah.
Which
Category.
was Samus Returns.
Yeah, Samus Returns is. I didn't finish that one. I started. I'm only like I guess one boss battle into it, so that's the one I voted for. But I would also hope that if that one doesn't get it, Fusion gets it because I already played Zero Mission.
Right
Yeah,
now,
I voted for Samus Returns because I figured I'd have to acquire any one of them, and I'd want to play the newest one. So anyway, it doesn't really matter which one gets it for me. They're all good options. But what I meant was that prior to this poll, Curtis did another poll to see if it was going to be a game of Metroid or something else, and I can't remember what the something else was.
Zelda.
Okay.
Because it was like, who do you love was the vote, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Zelda or Samus.
And the vocal minority spoke.
Well, how many Zeldas have we either done or considered doing?
All I'm saying is I don't think Samus Returns sold that well. So I looked at the last time I checked the VGS or whatever that one website is, VG 24/7.
Well, the only Zelda things that the club has, the only Metroid things the club has done is Super Metroid and next
Prime. And
Prime Pinball. Oh yeah, and Prime. So I forgot about that.
Well, and Prime Pinball. So we're gonna have another Metroid game.
Guess we're like 3. They're talking
So how
like
many Zeldas were there? There was Majora's Mask and Link to the Past, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it?
There's the bonus show, but that's not really.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess I was a little bit wrong, but Zelda gets more talk than Metroid, so it's cool to get that on there. And if the new one comes out, that's the first recent release since Dark Souls 2 as a club game, so...
I think Kyle joked about doing 2 Metroid games back to back, and then Curtis said you might get your wish. So it might be Metroid February and March.
Maybe we've given Curtis too much power. I think it's an issue.
It's okay. It's okay.
He doesn't come on here anymore to defend himself, so
He's got trivia on Tuesdays. He doesn't
fire
want
away.
Trivia is more important than hanging out with his friends, I guess. But he wants our votes to help him out, I guess, So.
Sauce, you're eyeing up my Shenmue 2 t-shirt?
Yeah,
Make any decisions
the
on that,
bootleg
or-
one, the bootleg one you're making on your website.
It's a legitimate promo sheet. It's not bootleg.
Oh, okay. I saw that and I was like, what is this doing here? I would like the little STC, make it a little bit more like it, basically. You could have worked the logo on his like jacket or something like that, or.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to work on it here, but I can't upload to that site from home. I don't know what happens. It always crashes. So I kind of work on it at home and then take the file to work and upload it there. But I'm not going back to work until next week, so that's off the table.
They seem to do it once a month anyways, those sales. I've been noticing that.
Yeah, it is pretty often. Although if I up a new shirt, it will start on sale, I think, at $14. But those designs look really good on the other shit too. The notebook and that kind of crap. The pillow. You should get one of each.
Check that store out. Yeah. see what's going on with that one.
Ryan would get a Shenmue pillow.
Yeah.
I would. I didn't buy the jacket. I know that one company in Europe released the jacket that he makes, but it's just like it looks cheap in my opinion, so it's not even worth getting. I'm only about high quality Shenmue merchandise.
Well, who else is going to be wearing a Shenmue promo sheet on a shirt? Come on. Be the only guy.
Might be a couple people, but mostly me.
Look at this. Only in Ontario, a Frogger mini arcade on my Let Go app here. What's the price on it? $160.
Jeez.
No.
That makes sense. What is it? Value Village? Come on.
And trying to recoup the prices they paid Valley Village for it.
Oh, it's in the box with styrofoam, but still.
Wow. Man, I wanted one of those when I was a kid.
Styrofoam?
Yeah, respond and say, no, I don't need all the gold. I just want the system in the box. That price is wrong, right? You're throwing in an ounce of gold with that. I don't need that. All right. I think I got to take off, boys, which I'm sorry to say because Bill has graced us this week. But
where are you going?
Just the kids, stuff to do around the house. Melissa's gone.
They're quiet today. I don't hear them.
Yeah, they are quiet. They are quiet.
He's going to drink.
Yeah. I do most of my drinking off camera. That's true. Anyway, it was good to see you, Bill. Thanks for joining. The rest of you guys, we will. I'll see you next week. I hope.
See you later, man.
Good night. Good luck, Troy. I hope you beat this. I wasn't able to finish it my first run through, but I'm terrible at games, so surprise to me.
I'm not much better.
All right. I'll see you all.
I have no lives left, so we'll see.
Good night.
Good night.
Yep.
Bill, how's the PS4 treating you?
Yeah.
I haven't been doing too much with it because I only have 2 games. And I haven't tried the other game yet. It's just been Rocket League. But that's fun. I love it.
Yeah, there are worse games to play.
Yeah. And the kids love it, so it's a lot of fun.
I need to play more of that, but no one plays online, so.
Oh, you're in luck.
I'm just training. I'm learning against the computer, my acrobatics.
Yeah, all the
So
stuff
when
in
you
the
eventually-
commercials is it's bonkers what they can do in the commercials.
Even if you're not very good, it's still fun to play online because just crazy crap happens.
Yeah, the first time I played it was with cousin Luke there on his Xbox One, and we were playing guys online who were supposedly, just one level up from rookie. I don't know what that is, but they were doing insane moves in the sky, like aerial stuff. That it's like, how is that even possible? I still can't get they're turning mid-air. I can't get that to go.
One thing that
I
you
turn
might
the
want
car
to do.
and boost, and it still doesn't turn.
One thing you might want to do is check for camera settings of whether I forget, like you can target the ball or something. If it'll follow it with the camera, or if it'll just be independent on you. You can toggle that and see which one's better for you. That might help.
I do that. I do the one where it's always on the ball. That seems to.
Okay. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played, but I figured I'd mention it.
But yeah, it's fun stuff. And I'm waiting for a shipment from Best Buy for that Horizon Zero Dawn. But
that was a good start.
I have no shipping confirmation yet, so still crossing my fingers. And I'm hoping when they get around to doing it, they send me the complete edition. That would be nice. A little bonus.
This guy right here? This little action?
Yeah, that guy.
the old extra DLC there, so you get a complete game. Be nice. It'd be nice.
Some of us can't just go do retail all the time, Sauce.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to play the game against retail. That's the thing. And you seem to have found, one against Best Buy. Just like continuously going after them.
That is ridiculous.
Smearing them through the Twitters and whatnot.
Is that how they do it in your neck of the woods, where it's false inventory?
Little Eric got screwed on those Metroid amiibos. He got screwed out by him basically because he did it to in-store pickup, and when he went to go pick it up, they said, "Oh, sorry, we don't got it," even though we sent you the thing saying come pick it up. So,
wow.
But yeah, I haven't had any issues in a long time from them. I did when Smash originally came out, and I had it pre-ordered to pick up with the bundle where it came with the controller and whatnot, and they gave that away. To someone who ordered earlier that day online, because I could see all the in-store pickups for people, for when people select the pickup. They had all the bundles that I pre-ordered months in advance. They had them all stacked up for people to pick up. And those can only be ordered the day of. So they picked those orders, and then they went back to the reserves, and they said, "Oh, we're all out of the ones that people pre-ordered here." So I just got the regular game. I was not happy about that, but they did give me like a $60 gift card for saying they were sorry for giving away my copy.
Do you think this is true, what they told me, that the vendor is in control of the shelf inventory and not the actual store?
Well, that's how beer works, I know, in the U.S., basically. I watched the documentary about that, how they pay for their space for their beer to be distributed. That's why microbreweries have a harder time, because Budweiser and Miller and all of them just pay for those giant rows to block out so nothing else can come into the store. I don't know if that's so much for video games in the US, but maybe for Canada, because I've never seen it where like how you guys got it with where there's just empty cases on the shelf, and then you hand it to them, and then they go get you a copy from the cage. We have plastic shells basically where it'll set off a security alarm. So when you go to the front, they have to take it out of the shell case, and then they say, "Here you go, here's your copy." And then they have more in the back, so in case there's something not there, they can always go to the warehouse and check to see if there's.
Ours has those as well. They have both going on the shelves. So I don't know, but for a store to have zero control over their own inventory seems crazy. I can see a vendor paying premium to get the better spots, but to be in complete control of it is crazy. But if there's no money to be made anymore, I guess they have to make money somehow. So that's the new model.
That's true. I've heard that before, how they say, I think they only make a couple of bucks off every game sold, So if that's the case, but
yeah, that's why GameStop goes such great lengths to. I've heard they will lie to people about saying, "Well, we don't have any new game in, but we have plenty of pre-owned." Like over
I remember when I tried buying Shantae for the 3DS, they tried pulling that with me, and I said, "No, I see, that's your store," because you can check like their online inventory for some of their stores, and they said they had like a bunch in stock, and they said, "Well, this one, it's just it's just opened and everything, it's still new." And I was like, "Nope, go get me a fresh sealed one," basically. So don't let them try to pull that nonsense with you.
Yeah. How can you prove to me that has never been in a disk drive ever?
I hate that. I understand it, but
especially because like they've got pre-owned deals, right? I mean, they have deals on their used games, and so it's like, well, I don't get to crack the plastic myself, and you're not going to give me a deal. I can't put that in on the buy two get one or something like that.
Well, they had that one policy when Xenoblade came out for the first time where they purposely opened them and they were selling them used because then they could sell them above retail. Yeah. Because when it's sealed, then they have to sell it at the MSRP price. But when it's used, they could sell it at $90. as opposed to $60 because that's like I said, that's
going right now.
Yeah. So that's why they don't have any, and they had mysteriously found a second shipment at that one Black Friday 2 years ago where they had more copies of that in Metroid Prime, the trilogy, the Steelbook case, where they found more of them and they were selling them for $90, but they were used. So
Those pricks.
On the other side of it, at EB Games, I had someone sell me a new copy of Song of the Deep as used. It was sealed. So that was the thing that happened. I just thought that was odd.
So you gotta learn to play the game, Bill. You have to give it right back to him. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I found out today that new little scheme I found with them where they if you select the game through their website and then say you're gonna you want shipping, they will give, at least in the States, they'll give you another $1 off of you then select for in-store pickup.
No.
I don't know if that's a thing in Canada, but I just found that out today. So
We get no perks in Canada. We pay more. You want to pick it up in store? Pay more.
just open up a PO box in like Buffalo or something like that, and I can get you games for retail price. You can get it for $48, brand new, day one. I can have it free shipping to your PO box every day. So you would have it there. Just got to drive across the bridge.
Yeah, I suppose.
My dad tried to do something like that with. I think you can get in trouble. I guess if you get caught.
If you get caught, of course. Driving through a red light, you can get in trouble if you get caught. Driving over the speed limit, you can get in trouble. You get caught. But
That's paddling.
That's a paddling. Ooh, you better believe that's paddling.
Oh shit! What happened in Alabama tonight?
Jones.
What?
You won.
Really? Wow!
Hashtag no more.
Wow!
There was
I can't believe that. I thought Moore would get in
Me too.
just because
The South.
of what happens.
Just because of the South.
it was looking
Wow,
that
I
way
can't
early.
believe that.
Like it was he had like a 6-point lead at one point and it flipped.
Wow! I completely forgot to watch this tonight. Alabama Democrat. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just like in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, and at risk of turning this thing political, but one of the stats is that 96% of African Americans supported Jones. Compared to only 31% of whites.
Do they have what the turnout was? Because I know earlier today they were saying like only 20% was going to turn out.
I don't know.
I'm sure
So
those
I wonder
stats
if
will
that-
come out more throughout the night,
All right.
Well, what's is there vintage tweets about this on Twitter?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I saw that.
I try not to see that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been busy. Came home and shoveled and
And
did
then,
an SDC pod record.
then Vintage goes back and forth with Chris Roberts about it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, SDC pod comes out every Friday on all your podcast.
I still need to go back. The live stream ruined all of my podcast stuff that I normally do on the weekend.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you, Musty. What did you listen to the episode where we did the Lord of the Rings trivia?
I did.
What was your take on that?
Those were tough. Those are really tough. Yeah.
How did you make out?
I did better than him, but not quite as good as I think everyone would have hoped. I think I maybe got 8. I can't remember. You did like 15 questions. I think I got 8 of them.
I did horribly.
I felt kind of shame.
Did you feel as if Musty? Did you feel as if you knew those answers, but you couldn't? You knew them, but you didn't know them.
I think that was some of it. That it's like, wow, I really should. Like, I should know this. I have it. No. I had parked on the side of the road when that happened, and I opened up my note-taking app and just started answering them as you were going through because I wanted to snap a picture and send it back. But yeah, I was ashamed of how poorly I did. But yeah, hey, he got Goldberry like that. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
that's the important one. That's the important one. I'm glad that he's reading it again. Has he been sticking to that? Do you know?
Oh, I doubt it.
He got like 100 pages in. I thought that might,
Well,
at some point it gets easier to just finish the book, right?
He can't get through a half-an-hour TV show. How is he reading chapters of a book? I don't know.
He was like live tweeting it. He should live tweet the book. That's how he can force himself to do it.
If he does finish it, it'll be great to do another trivia round on him.
With it fresh?
Yeah, with it fresh.
Well, because that's a lot of his argument with this stuff. It's been 10 years since I've done this.
Well, you don't have to do the whole series. Just do what's it called, the Fellowship, because that's what he's reading.
Just do Fellowship, and then ask him movie questions that are in the Fellowship movie, but are actually from Two Towers, the book. They'll either make it easier, or I don't know. They make it easier. The movie stuff resonates so much more to me than the book ever has. It's tough when that becomes like the canon portrayal of it, and everything that comes to try to unseat that as a new version of Lord of the Rings, including this show that's coming, maybe coming. They're gonna have to do something because it's gonna be really weird to see I hope they just don't do the same story. I hope they do something unique or something.
Yeah.
Because they could really mess that thing up.
Is that on your bucket list to get to New Zealand to tour the set?
It is. Dean was talking about it earlier because he's heading down there at some point this year. Yes.
Not this year.
I not this year, sorry. In the next calendar, or in the next 12 months. Yeah, I've never traveled outside of the continental North America. No, wait, I've been to Hawaii. That's the furthest from home that I've been. So yes, I do want to travel. I do want to see that. I want to get some pictures. A whole lot of pictures.
And the Weta workshop?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I have a small armory that is replicas of those, but yeah, no, just to see, just see all that and see the mountain. There were those guys a couple of years ago who walked from the Hobbiton set to Mount Doom. And they had, they gave themselves a time limit to do it, and they basically they brought a replica of the ring, and all they had were their backpacks, and like they were trying to replicate the whole experience, and like brought a ring and then actually buried the ring at the foot of the mountain and then said fans of it was. I think it might have been a YouTube channel. They said if someone can find this ring, then they were going to give them something special, and somebody actually like took the trick to New Zealand and then traced everything and ended up finding where they hid that. But at one point, one of the guys said that, like his feet were like horribly damaged because they didn't have shoes.
Oh,
Did the whole like barefoot hobbit thing.
Yeah, maybe on a little too meta on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was easily. I need to find the actual like story because I can't remember it. But yes, I absolutely want to do that. It is a bucket list thing. Maybe once I finally get to show that to my son, which won't be for probably a number of years. Maybe 20th anniversary of it will roll around and he'll be at least old enough to some of the frightening images.
You could spend all your YouTube money to get there.
All that YouTube money. Now that I started monetizing the Hangout, I think it might. Yeah, it is. But
well, there you go, because it goes with the retention of the view, doesn't it? So
yeah, that's true.
if you click on a Hangout, you're watching for 3 hours.
Boom. That's to get all those YouTube Red subscribers.
Yeah.
RedTube?
Stop.
That's what I think when I see Sauce in front of that giant mic with the huge
Ew.
windscreen on it.
Yep.
Is it windy in that room? What's going on there?
No. Just got the pops. No.
No, it's not that. Did yours come with that, or did you buy that sock?
I bought it. There's a music store actually not that far. I think they're only like $3. So it might even been $2. So just have to stretch the sucker and pull it down all the way on top of the sucker. So
Yeah,
but
it's too much. It's too much.
yeah, $2.
It's very phallic.
Yeah, it gives it a nice head, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it does.
Prevent the pops from happening, That's all. I don't like having the big windscreen protector. I don't like that. Just give me a nice little top right there. Nice little mushroom head.
I don't think these things pop that much.
You don't want that one to pop.
Like, frankly, most of the time they're used just to protect your microphone from all that saliva you're spitting all over the place.
Spin all over the place, yeah. But I don't know. I figured $2. Why not? I don't have to worry about. I had that old one right here, but this guy wears down too much on the bottom here. So this was the original cut, but I don't know. I didn't like having this around, and I don't know. This is just easier.
Sounds immensely better when you did that.
Really? Sounds a lot better.
I'm
Like this.
totally kidding.
Oh man, James
I'm gonna
Earl
hold it like this now. Don't mind me, everyone.
All right. I think I'm gonna get going.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Thanks for stopping
Pardon
by
me.
again.
I'm sure.
See you, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Troy,
same for
did you
me,
just
I
beat it?
imagine.
Finally beat that boss.
You're close, I believe. I think you're getting close to the end there.
That was level 4.
This is the boss rush here. But the good thing about it is, if you die on all the bosses, like you don't have to do them again. You can just continue from the bosses.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's the 4 bosses and then King DDD here.
I have no idea about any of these patterns, so I'll probably
The
die.
same exact boss fights that you just did. So.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks
Yeah,
for stopping
thanks,
by
Bill.
again. Get that vote out.
Right.
You know.
Rock the vote.
Yeah, you gotta do it just like for Doug
Rock
Jones
the
here.
boat.
All right. See ya. STC pod every Friday.
We'll plug.
You have to hit the Kirby too. Sorry, you have to pop the Kirby because then you can walk in the door. You just have to hit him. Just walk on him.
Oh,
Not see that the door's open.
and that's like a thing?
Yeah. Every stage you have to do that, but then see then you do this fight again.
Oh, this is one of the ones that buggered me hard.
Is that Lolo?
You know, I was really hoping though for when they were doing the Zelda or Metroid, I was really hoping because I kind of want to play like Link's Awakening this year or Minish Cap. I hear really good things about Minish Cap too.
I've been trying to find a copy of Minish Cap that isn't ridiculously priced, but has not happened
I heard it's
yet.
short. I heard it's short but really good. So
I don't know how to get out of the way of these guys.
suck it.
You gotta jump down.
Shoot down, yeah, and drop down.
Yeah, I don't have the right positioning on this.
So then let's go up, yeah. So now go all the way to the left now, and then suck it. Suck it.
You suck it.
You can get behind them
Ah.
and get the box from them from behind. Wow.
Okay.
We're all over it.
Play it safe. If he's coming at you and you're not ready, just drop down. So it's the easiest way to go. If it's a bad position, get up or drop down. See right there, just drop down. I wouldn't fight him. I'd just
I
drop.
just tried. I failed. Drop down.
Drop.
This is one I had a hard time with. I don't even remember how I did it. I just kind of like I did one of these and then
Shoot, drop.
can't. Old man reflection or reaction times suck.
We'll get the hard one out of the way first.
Is that one?
Well, for you, you said it was.
Oh, jeez, that sucks. Already taking damage before I got there.
Yeah, I love the just here. I'm just gonna fly across this entire level.
Damn
Down,
it.
down.
I couldn't.
Down now.
You're stressing me out.
Now, I always go to the platforms that have the two platforms, so you have more than one chance to drop. That's the way I kind of been approaching it. And this kind of standing in the middle. If he comes from the left, then you go all the way to the right and try to suck it.
Didn't work.
Not getting away from
There you
that.
go.
That was a bad move, and even worse move. I don't give up, so I could go and do like a different one. But
Nope. Just get the hard one on the way first. You don't have to worry about redoing any of this again because you're just gonna be right here. So
I'm having some trouble with Nightmare and Dreamland as well at the moment.
like 98% of this game is like simplistic, but some of it's a little tricky. Those boss patterns are just
Yeah, I'm fighting Meta Knight right now.
which one is that one on?
Game Boy Advance.
Okay,
It's the remake of Adventure.
sure.
I know it's the wrong one, but I already started it.
Shoot it, drop. There you go. Up, just go up. There you go. Shoot it. Jump. There you go. Don't push your luck.
No whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Put him on present so I can cheer him on this entire time.
Yeah, I should do that.
have to kill both of them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's only got one more hitbox left, so you're good. You got this.
Oh, there's another set of stages in this, damn it.
There you go.
Boom.
Closed.
Closed.
This is the guy. I think this is the guy who gave me the most trouble here. But I eventually, I think by the third or fourth time, I had this guy down. Because of his bigger attack he gets here. He's got Pup Kirby, remember?
Where's Kirby at?
He's down a little bit further to the right, I think.
Okay, and I'm gonna die before I even get there.
There he is.
This is the one I had trouble with.
Yeah. Well, what about the last gun? You said the last one you had trouble with.
I had trouble with that too.
So now just jump. When he does that, you have to just jump over him. Don't even worry about trying to fly. You just jump over him. Don't you know?
No.
Found a secret and there's nothing in it. That's weird.
No. No.
You got this.
No.
Oh, he trapped you.
Yeah, I got both sides on that one.
So I think when he makes that like arc move at you, I think if you back all the way into the corner, I think you might be okay.
Yeah. Let's see if I have the skill to do that.
Just drop all the way down.
They're hiding enemies from me
That's what I have
down
to do.
this.
Pop them. Boom.
Does he give an indication when he's going to do that move?
Nope. When he does just do
Yeah,
a
if
jump.
you just go into the corner, you're fine. Not there,
No.
not when he's doing that, but
No, no.
Oh. That was a lucky hitbox, but he took a hit there.
Almost got me dead again. Oh, come on.
You got this. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I only had like one hit on them.
I think I'm at the boss rush. On the upside of me starting the wrong one, at least I can play Amazing Mirror after this. Stupid ice.
No. No.
See, like, just don't even do a hover jump there. Just do a regular jump when that happens.
I panic. I don't know how to.
I think it's A. You got this here. See, the hover is what gets you because then you hang in the air too long and he hits you.
Yeah.
There you go. You got this. See? Boom.
Got him.
Got him. Who's the broadcaster who does that one?
Oh.
Musty, who's that one? He goes, got him.
I don't know.
It's not the guy from the White Sox, is it?
That's the he gone.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's one of the guys on ESPN. Maybe it's one of the
Ken
guys.
Harrelson.
Maybe it's one of the guys on ESPN who does the got him. Maybe you do have to do these guys over and Yeah.
that lower left doesn't say closed anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it did, but I guess not.
I guess just when you die, it doesn't matter. But I died too many times.
Oh, Catherine's checking out.
Bye, Catherine. Bye. See you later. Bye.
So the hammer weapon for the first time in this.
The hammer.
Yeah, it's from the boss that uses a hammer. Can't get it any other way that I've found.
I'm trying to remember to do the
Stupid tackle bug thing.
Miles is drunk. Classic Miles.
I feel like the backdrop move isn't going to do well in a boss rush.
So this one's not closed because I
I would do the Wispy Woods and get it out of the way.
Yeah, Wispy Woods is pretty easy.
Why not just do this one and see if I can live?
Yeah, might as well.
Because I'm wasting my time if I.
Yeah. True.
No. No. Not that way.
Poop.
Well, I'm already hurt. So this is probably
What
not
about
going to go too well.
Let's play it conservatively here.
I can't, I panic. Oh, that.
I got out of that with 1 hit point left.
Yeah, so if you do this, then Woods is a breeze.
Yeah.
And then after that, then I think all of them are unlocked. So you can just fight King DDD. Because that took me a few times getting him done too. Because I couldn't figure out what the attack was until it's plainly obvious.
Sleep, the best ability.
That's not what I want to do.
Damn it, that one was useful. Ugh, ice stages. That was even better. Ice stage with a flying enemy.
Yeah, this looks pretty good too. Smooth.
No.
Put your luck. You got this.
Ah, damn it.
One more hit.
Just go up. There you go. Stand right in the middle.
How can something so cute be so dangerous?
All right. You got this.
Go. Cutter is such a useless ability.
Now, hey. Ah, come on.
Oh, close. All right, King DD time. So you can only get him here when he does his he's gonna do a hammer attack right here, and he's gonna try to get close to you, and you have to suck up that star. And he does it right here too. There's gonna be us.
Oh.
So, but don't worry, because
He
now
takes a lot of hits.
That's fine though. Now that you can focus on this guy right here. So I always try to stay close in the middle and then back away when he tries to drop the hammer, because if he comes all the way to the end, it's hard as hell to get that star.
How do I get to the middle without him running into me?
So just
Please
you just
stand
have to
in the middle
stop.
and then
Yeah.
back up. Yeah, because you got to watch out because he may start.
See that, and now you can suck up that star. That's what you kind of want to do. Yeah. And then he does a squad attack, but he comes 2 stars come out on each side. So
No, not like that. Oh. Am I gonna have to do all the doors again after this?
I'll suck. Yeah.
That is the worst timing.
Ryan's really aiming for the soundboard to return for Fandango this episode. Yo. Second game over since I started this time.
Ah. I do not know how to get him.
You got him before.
I got him one shot.
Yeah. Just stick in the middle. And when he goes up for that jump attack, move to the right. Or left. Either way. Move all the way to the side, because then you can have an opportunity like that. You don't want to be in the air when he does that. You want to be on the ground. Just move.
I don't know when to get out of his way and when to stand near him to get it, though. That's the
I think
problem.
just run and jump 2 over him. Don't even worry about trying to hover attack.
Right.
Like that.
Maybe that's the problem I'm having. Oh, button.
Because I think what ends up happening. I think what ends up happening is you end up jumping and then inflating, and then you're full, so you can't
There you
absorb.
go.
Yeah. So move to the right.
That's-
Turn around again. Yeah.
No, I'm not. Keep hitting up.
Back up.
Keep hitting up when I jump. That's my problem.
Now suck.
I do suck. As you can plainly see.
There you go. Oh. Hey, it took me a few tries, man. I didn't. It took me probably like 2 or 3 continues before I was able to get this pattern down. So, but it took me forever to figure out that was the attack, that you have to swallow those stars and shoot it right back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Yeah, there.
You bugger. Oh. Wrong time. They don't sit there very long, do they?
Nope.
Oh.
You gotta be away and close to him. Basically, it's kind of what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Remember, just jump as opposed to hover.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't. Every time I'm used to other games where you push up. When you jump, I feel like you got to push up.
I think the hitbox is smaller for when you do a jump attack too, as opposed to. Well, it's probably is because Kirby puffs himself up, so it makes his hitbox larger.
Mm-hmm. Get him.
Yeah, if he's moving toward you without his hammer, you don't want any part of it. Do you want to give yourself enough space so that when he does, he'll
Stupid
stop?
bombs.
He'll stop and give you enough space to get the.
Yeah, he just rose to me every time.
He's panicking.
You're
not giving up. You're not giving up yet. You're on the last
level.
level.
I'm not giving up.
Good shape here. Look at this. Stay in the middle.
Yeah,
Back up. There you go. There you go. Back to the middle.
Oh, stupid freaking wheel.
Back up.
There you go.
Well, jumped in the air that time.
Right. Let that one go.
Oh, that's like a double whammy on that one. Get away from me.
Back to the middle.
Started off well.
You have to approach him.
Oh, he jumped that time. See, I don't even know when he's going to jump or when he's going to...
When he does the squat, that's when he's going to jump.
Yeah, but that doesn't give me enough time to react, is my problem.
Yeah.
There you go. Back to the middle. Let him come to you. Back way. Now suck it.
You suck it.
Get out of there.
No, I jumped right then.
Can't
Right.
shake him.
I can't shake him.
Out.
No, don't
Hammer's
move.
coming.
Now,
Back up.
back away. Yeah.
I don't know. I played it for no darn good reason.
Get out.
Not good enough.
Get out of the corner.
Too many hits.
Get out of the corner.
You almost want to set up, on the edge of where that badge with his picture is. Get out. And get on the ground before he... Okay, back up. Splash damage.
This is going to be a late hangout.
You got this.
If you're here later than it took me to beat Zex's, then we're gonna have some problems.
Oh, that's the first shot.
There you go.
Twice. Dude, it has no predictable pattern is the problem. Oh.
Yep.
Now move towards him.
Stay right where you are.
In the middle. No, in the middle.
The middle, he's going to run into me.
Yeah, then you back away. When he starts coming at you, then you back.
Once
go
he
the other way.
starts running, he's committed to where his hammer's going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So once he starts moving, you can back off, and he will aim where you were at that point. So you kind of set him up to stop his hammer and give you enough space to get clear of the stars, but to still be able to get to.
There you go.
Fuck 'em up.
That's the middle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, he's coming again.
Oh.
Get it.
And just like double hitting.
Right there. Right there. Back up.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. See? That's the pattern. I get it. There you go, man.
Get back up.
There you go. Same thing. Get up. Stop in the middle.
Hammer. Okay. Back up. Jumping.
Oh, get up. That's all right.
Bro.
You're in a really good position here, so don't worry about it.
Just get out of there.
Back to the middle. Back to the middle. Back to the
More
middle.
to the left. Run under.
I cannot do this stupid
Out.
the cannons.
He's gonna jump.
Oh, fuck it.
I can get this. I got it. I get a little bit better at it now.
Yeah.
So I can do this.
If you dodged him for everything but the hammers, you'd be fine. I think, it'll just pace yourself.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Sandar yet.
Still waiting on confirmation if I'm going to see it this week or not. Kind of want to see it this week.
I'm going at 9:30 on Friday a.m.
Yeah, I'm probably going
Waiting.
2:40 p.m. on Friday.
If it was just me and my buddy, we'd be guaranteed, but that's because his wife wants to come along because she's a big fan too or something like that. That's what's holding us back basically. So it's like we're like the only available showings for Thursday are like midnight right now. And I'm fine with going because I'll just coffee it up all day Friday. I'll be fine. Or I'll go late Friday or Saturday morning. You want to be fine.
Yeah, I took Friday off. I'm actually getting Friday off because of the volunteer work I did this weekend.
Huh.
Here's $1. Go see a Star Wars.
Oh, this past weekend.
I know, but it's Arrested Development. Sorry.
Oh.
That's what Mama Booth says. Catherine's still here because she wants to see you be curvy.
I'm telling you, there's something appealing about streaming. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. I love when Awesome Games Done Quick goes on, man. I'm watching that all week long. Especially, I love seeing people just wreck really hard games too.
Yeah.
Next time that happens, I might try to do something like that because I honestly think I can come close to beating Mario 64 in not an hour, but maybe like an hour and a half, where I can get the 60 stars enough to beat it.
Back off.
Yeah.
Back to the middle. Out of there.
He's not pulling out the hammer that much this time around.
It's fine.
Oh.
Get out of there. You're in bad position.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
It's got the umbrella. That's going to help me in this level. I'm on D2D.
There you go. 1.
One down.
2.
Man, D2D could not handle that umbrella.
3.
Get out of there.
No, wrong way.
Get out of there.
Windows of opportunity lost.
Up level.
No, he jumped. Why?
Oh, you can fire with that. Damn it. It's just from up level. Why didn't I think he had a projectile attack? I'm an idiot. Oh.
Clear.
Okay, 3 to go. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get down. Over him. Jump. There you go. Back to the middle.
Back up.
Out of there. Back to the middle.
Here it comes.
Back up. Get your camera ready. Oh, he missed. Back to the middle.
Okay.
Camera ready. There you go. Get your
Boom.
camera. Get your phone ready. Just beat it.
Oh. Camera.
I'm helping you, Troy. I gotcha.
All right, cool.
I'll send these to you so you can post it under your hashtag. Just beat it.
Duh.
Yeah, since those guys were calling people out for not having as many Just Beat It's lately. Like, sorry, I can only do 10 days in a row once in a while. And even so, there was like 7 Beat It's over the stream.
Yeah, I still got to figure out that bubble bobble.
I was really
You
hoping
were
that
so
you guys would have
close there,
finished it.
man.
Pattern just killing me.
You made it farther than I ever made in that game, man.
Yeah,
I always get stuck
my
up-
wife's really good at that game. She knows like the tricks and the patterns and everything with it.
I can't get that. What's it called that bop
yeah.
jump? I never could figure that part out. You know, you guys seem to have it where you can keep jumping on it. Did you say you just jump? You don't have to hold down anything? Because I thought you had to hold down to jump on the bubbles.
If you hold down jump, you can jump on top of them, but some of them, if they're not traveling up, then you got to like repeatedly jump on bubbles. It's a pain. It's like each level is a little bit different. Like there's something like the wind blows a certain direction and all that kind of thing. So
Duh. Came over on the final boss again.
I'll send these to you, Troy.
I have to fight this stupid bastard again?
yeah, I think I kind of started getting the pattern there a little bit. It's just he sometimes caught me off guard.
Yeah, I think it seems like it makes the decision to jump based on whether you're in the air or not. So some of those times you were committing to the air right after the hammer,
Yeah.
and he hadn't decided to jump yet. So it was like, now's a good time to jump.
Imagine after you beat DDD that it turned into a shoot 'em up for no reason.
Was this near?
No.
It says
Kirby's
press
Adventure.
what's
Ahead of
up
its
A
time.
and select do new adventure.
Hard mode.
That was hard enough as it was.
The game was actually created for beginners. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I suck at video games, so it's my perfect level.
But you got yourself a nice kill.
Yep. I got it done. It only took me about 20 continues. That would not suffice in the Q-Dog house.
You did. Hey, he couldn't do it. You did it.
So does that mean that you have to actually beat the game to use press up A and select, or can you just press up A and select whenever you're playing the game to get hard mode?
I'm not sure.
Part 1 of the final boss done. You don't have to wait for me to finish this scrap, but not like you're gonna put the screen on here.
You just beat it?
Did we just
No.
skip off?
No, I didn't. I'm in the final boss.
We're not going anywhere then.
It's gonna be a
Those
late
would be
stream.
super interesting not watching me play this.
We'll take your word for it.
I'll show the screen when I'm done.
Telling you, there's something about the streaming.
Yeah, I like watching people play video games, man. It's an old habit from way back in the day.
Jeez.
Buddies' houses, you know. Feel like you're hanging out.
I know that at least happened a couple times in Awesome Games Done Quick where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, and then you see like the next game is like something like either I was always interested in maybe picking it up,
Damn it.
or like give an example. So I really like Rocket Knight, but I never played Sparkster, and they were doing Rocket Knight and Sparkster back to back. So I was like, oh, I want to see this guy wreck Rocket Knight, and I was like, all right, I'll check out seeing Sparkster go through like the speed run for that because I'd never seen it played before and seen some guy wreck that basically too.
Yeah.
But after watching it, that's something I don't think I need Sparkster after watching because it looks like it's a little too different from Rocket Knight. But either way,
I'll be right back. I just need a celebratory beverage.
Yay.
Sure. AKA beer. Gotta find that hacks here. I'm downloading packages for EverDrives here, just in case this ever gets taken down again. Because that guy took it down for whatever, just that because he didn't want to do it anymore. He's just done. So I can't believe he just pulled them all down. He's just like, I'm done. I'm done. So then someone just re-uploaded all the packages. So before those get taken down again, I'm gonna download the ones I have interest in here.
I'm just gonna have to keep redoing these last two bosses. It's really annoying.
I think Chris. So there's a analog NT jailbreak, which basically then you can just use SD-ROM with the analog NT Mini, and so you have all the. You don't need to have like an EverDrive or anything. You just use that little SD card and run all the ROMs through that. I think that's what he was using for the stream. Master Everdrive pack. This is very big.
Okay. All but 2 hit points left and 2 lives for this final stupid thing. Have you guys beaten this at all?
This is the first Kirby game I ever beat in my life, to be honest with you. The one I beat like a week ago.
Okay.
The one that Troy just beat.
Yeah. Must you ever played to the end of or seen the end of Kirby's Adventure or Nightmare in Dreamland?
No, I have not.
It's the stupid cloak guy. I know that's super helpful, but he's just floating around and you can't hit him until he reveals like the tornado under his cloak, which sounds horrible, but you do so little damage to him each hit. He tricks you because he does that swoop thing that the other bosses do, but you can't jump over him. So you have to stay on the ground, which is not what the rest of the game has trained you to do.
Is anyone watching the Star Warses before they go see Star Wars?
I'm out of time.
I'll probably rewatch Force Awakens tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm probably going to do, Stu, is Force Awakens tomorrow. I watched Rogue One last night. I wanted to watch, like I said, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, and then Force Awakens, but just out of time. The stream kind of took priority over. That was going to be like my plan. I was like, oh, I'll watch one, and then I just was tuning in more to the stream than I was, and there goes your weekend.
I haven't listened. I haven't listened to STC. I like everything that came out. Like there's that, and like my inability to listen to them at work is probably another part of it because my new role does not, at least this week, doesn't allow me to do any podcast listening.
Then put in your morning drive then.
My 7-minute drive.
Take a long way there.
My 8-minute drive.
Listen to it on 10 times speed.
Nope, not interested. Recar? Nope.
I looked at PlayerUnknown's Battleground, but I don't think anyone's buying it right now, so that's why I passed on buying that today too.
Apparently the preview edition is a little buggy.
I heard the servers crashed is what I heard basically.
Shocking.
They crashed the servers with everyone trying to jump on it with Xbox last night.
Oh, snap. Dollar Dorks just came out too.
So do we want to drop the survey tonight?
We could.
I added you want to take one more look over? I added one more game to the list here. So do you want to take one more look at the list here?
Yeah, if you want to send it.
Might as well do something while you're waiting for me to not finish this. I'm just about halfway down on this guy though.
That is wild, Troy. That is crazy.
What's he doing?
What did Troy do?
His tweet that he just tweeted.
Just take a quick look. Must see some there.
I assume you're talking about the one in like between the two ropes.
The guy with the afro, right?
Guy with the afro?
Yeah, behind the guy with the glasses and the brown hair.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at this one.
Which one? Sorry.
there.
No, that's the one I was.
Oh God.
I was referring to the guy with the afro behind that looked like you.
And there's John Lennon right there.
Yeah, that's the thing is I forgot the artist who drew this cover basically because he put like so many references in pop culture in there. Besides Batman, who's dressed as Batman in the crowd, which is kind of funny. Not Bruce Wayne, but Batman. I'm going to make an appearance as Batman and sit in the crowd. I believe he's on the back cover. No, he's in the front cover. You can see his ears pointing up right there.
I might do this, but I have one hit left.
Now, normally Superman would
Nope.
kill Muhammad Ali in this fight, but
What
because
color of kryptonite did they use for this fight?
no, it takes place during like an eclipse, so the power of the sun makes him have just normal strength, so that's why he can fight Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali has a chance at fighting him in this fight.
Good Silver Age logic.
Yep.
Even without continues, this would be a really long boss fight.
What? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You have to unmute yourself.
So I wasn't looking for that much attention. I just wanted to be acknowledged.
Did you drop out?
Oh, yeah, something
Okay.
something glitched out. But yeah, that's the one I was referring to, the guy between the ropes. It looked like you were having a good time there. Watching the fight.
You went back in time. Scored good tickets.
I'm just trying to think, is there any podcast that we're missing?
Shelfcast?
Which ones do you have?
Actually, yeah, we didn't.
Bonus Barrel, Dollar Dorks, Flock Talk, Frantic Thoughts, Game Time Arcade, Masters of Unlocking, Media Mavens, Polykill, Retro Fandango / Film Dango, Retro Pixel Podcast, Start to Continue, Weekly, and the debates.
I don't know. I'm not a podcast guy though, so
The only thing that could be, well, Steven, but his stuff's not on the forums.
And would you also count Toycast? If you were to do that. Oh, I hate this stupid freaking move.
Looking at the forums real quick.
We can add them. It's not too late to add them yet because it hasn't been officially distributed.
I can see why Pokemon games were of interest back in the day, because those actually lasted longer than something like Kirby's Dream Land.
Yeah.
Like, that was the quickest game I've ever beat.
So Ryan, I'm leaning toward not.
Got it.
Not releasing it,
Finally.
or
Oh no,
Just beat it.
or not adding.
Maybe? I hope so.
hype. Yeah, omitting.
Stupid phone.
Here, I'll message you what I'm thinking here.
Sure.
That's not the right application.
By how you pulled the right app, it's like gone.
I opened photos rather than camera.
Yeah.
One image. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got a poly kill tonight.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
DDD floating up there. Don't know if there's glare.
I guess
Probably.
Church must be listening to Polykill because I see he submitted one.
Yeah, he's slowly joining in the club.
Outsider looking in, basically.
Yeah. I wonder if they'd be a reasonable candidate for the, like, do they do it because he's got his own podcast with Corpse Flood Gaming, which is an interesting channel name because he's actually far more wholesome with his video content than the name would allude to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if they do enough different, because they're very topic driven, and it's a lot of here's what I'm playing, here's what I'm looking forward to, here's what's coming out, topic of the
Discuss
every other week type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder if there's
My phone refuses to focus on the game because I'm trying to get the Hangout in the shot and it keeps focusing on your face. Yeah, this isn't happening. Oh well.
what can I say? Artificial intelligence likes me.
Camera's too distracted. Oh well. I got the necessary shots. I got some of the Hangout in the background of the main one. It's like the bottom bar.
I just realized what time it was.
Crazy.
I didn't realize what time it was. Told you it wasn't worth it.
Gonna have to go back and look through and see how long it took. That was probably like about an hour it took me there.
You were panicking too, weren't you?
No, I just have bad reflexes.
Anakin Skywalker.
And I'm awful at video games. Patterns elude me, and I always fall into my old destructive habits. So it's like, that didn't work. Let me try that again.
I tried the same exact way.
Try the exact same way and die the same way again. No, I didn't understand that when he was attacking, the spot where I was standing. So if I moved slightly out of the way, then I could. Once I figured that out, when you told me that, it's like, okay, back up. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, once he starts moving, then he's committed to where he's gonna hit at that point.
Once you know that, it makes it a lot easier, and then it's just a matter of not getting those silly hits in, like where you don't know what he's doing next, or you're standing in the way. Now that I'm an expert in Kirby's Dream Land, I can say that.
Now you can play Kirby's Dream Land 2.
The second one is a little more substantial. It's like a 2-hour game.
Oh yeah.
Does it have a save feature or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's 7 worlds with anywhere from 3 to 6 levels, plus a boss on each level.
Like Kirby's Dream Land itself is a pretty decent looking Game Boy game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely like responsive and fluid. But I don't know if back in the day I paid like what was a Game Boy game and whatever year this was. What year was this one? Of course, it doesn't say it on there. Darn it. But you know, how much was a Game Boy game back then? Like $50? I don't know, what were they?
I can't think of how many I had new.
I never actually had one, so.
Something makes me think it was like 40 or 50. There wasn't yet the like price standardization, like especially on NES titles, because like wasn't Mario 3 like a $90 game?
Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, at least in Canada, it would have been $80 to $90.
I'm just trying to think.
I got mine with my Nintendo, so I don't know if it was that.
You got the challenge set?
Yeah. That was my box Nintendo. It came between that because like I remember my mom's like, well, you get 2 games, a gun and 2 controllers, or you just get like a controller in Mario 3, and I just saw like the wizard, and I was like, this, of course, Mario can fly, you know. Where else can you fly in games? So that was like a holy shit mind blown movement as a kid seeing that. I'm like, holy shit.
Have you rewatched that movie?
Yeah, it's not as good as you remember.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was just like, man, this is amazing. I was like,
I
it
loved it
can't
as a
get
kid.
any better than this, man. We're there. We're there, man.
I mean, really, though, what an amazing looking game for, like, just, you compare it to the original, right? And you're like, holy jeez, what an advanced looking game.
Well, that's what it was. I think the first game I ever played ever was at my cousin's house playing Mario, the first Mario Brothers, because he had a Nintendo, and he's like, here, try this out. And then I think the following year he got Mario 2. So it's just like, he's like, remember that last year when you came over here to play this? Well, here's the sequel. And there's 4 characters, and one of them can hover. I was like, what? Hover? You know, and then you see that. Like, and I remember I just had the money because I got First Holy Communion because I'm a Catholic. So I took my money, and my mom's like, you can spend your money on just as much money you can spend, you can get a Nintendo. So I got that in Mario 3. And I played that forever.
I played it a whole bunch. I don't think I've ever beaten it, though.
It's my only complaint about the game is that it's too long. And there's no like save feature for how long of a game it is. Like there's way shorter games on the NES.
Yeah.
That have password systems, and that game has none. Their answer is, well, you have a warp system to it, which is true. But for that last level, you really need to have the power-ups. You know, I mean, unless you're just an absolute pro speedrunner at the game. It's not easy. World 8 is not easy. No. I think Worlds 1 through 7 power-ups are like you barely need anything to get through those levels. But level 8 is another level, basically, you know.
Level 6 has the like half of it's on ground and half of it's in the clouds, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one's challenging.
No, I mean there are challenging levels. I'm just saying it's like I think power-ups really help is level 8. Because in the one thing you can use, the first one, which is the boat level, I believe, you can jump in the red water and swim underneath all the boats and get to the very end, and then jump in there to fight it. You don't have to go through the whole cannon, dodging cannons and bullet bills and everything. You can just swim underneath all the boats. As long as you just don't drown. As long as you keep swimming and you're underneath the boats, you can keep swimming, and you won't die. But the other one's a little bit more challenging with like the train cars, if you will. It's doable. It's just a little bit more challenging. And then the bridges always gets me. The bridge level is always one of the toughest ones. That or after the bridge, there's the nothing but you have to keep jumping from platform in the air, platform to platform. That one's a tough one. But if you get past that, Bowser isn't too bad. Calling a night here, guys.
Yeah, I think we're getting about to the end there.
Past the end.
There you go. There's another polykill.
I mean, polykill. It's the one game I've finished.
Just beat it.
The Hangout has a polykill.
Fair enough. And 2 of them were Kirby's, so.
Yay.
It was fate that I found that at the thrift shop yesterday.
For you to beat it on the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Will it also be fate for you to send me that extra copy after you've moved?
Yeah. I'll double check actually because I do have my collection online. So let me see if I have it extra.
Don't worry about it.
Fairly certain I have, but it'll give me something to do right now. So just
It's something else to drag this hangout out with.
yeah.
Wow, I'm apparently way more tired than I thought I was. Words are a challenge.
All right. I think I'm going to cut it.
Wait a second. Let me find out here. We're still communicating.
Oh, sorry.
There's this thing called the Twitters that you can message me on if you insist on.
I know, but the people want to know.
Do they? Do they, though?
They do.
It's the effort that counts. Thank you, Curtis. As in the tweet that it was the wrong game for portable, but I tried.
Oh yeah, I do have it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we'll work something out.
That'll be my 5th Game Boy game.
That's it?
For original Game Boy, yeah, I don't have that many.
Wow.
I don't find them.
Strange.
I just have Wave Race, Donkey Kong, Mario Land.
Okay.
Whatever Pokemon's count, if it's gold and silver, no, that's color. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Are gold and silver the same as blue and red? Like, as in, they're just slightly different versions of the
If
same
you play
game?
it on color. Or if they're like just kind of 2 games and they're slightly different from each other.
Yeah, like how
Yes.
red and blue are the same, basically.
Yep. Like every single other Pokemon release, that is true for this.
So
And
gold is the same as blue, or gold is
No.
the same as silver,
Gold is the same as silver.
and blue is the same as red,
Yep.
and yellow
And-
is yellow. No.
Yep. Yellow is P. Just kidding. Yellow is Pikachu. Pikachu.
Pikachu, and that's blue and red vein though, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
that
like
would be.
the combined version, make it more like the anime, I guess.
Okay.
That came out after. But Crystal is the kind of combined version on Game Boy Color of Silver and Gold, so you can find that. Or the 3DS ones, Soul Silver and Heart Gold. Or DS, not 3DS. Too many Pokemons.
There are way too many. It scared me away for the longest time until I played red.
Too many Pokemons.
Too many Pokemons in the water.
Is Heart Gold considered like the best version, or because that one seems to be pretty pricey for the DS?
Maybe? I've got Soul Silver, but here's the thing. I own the Gold and Silver generation of games 4 times. I have beaten them 0 times. That's how they get you with the Pokemon franchise. I have been had.
Because I'm gonna trade in a bunch of those ones into GameStop that I got. Because with like the trade-in value, they're probably going for more than it would like me selling them on eBay.
Yeah. Pokemon is great for trade. It's funny because back in I think it was April with the Vancouver Game Expo, I took in copies of what was it? What's the ones that went into platinum? Those ones. Platinum generation. Diamond and Pearl.
Gotcha.
Yes, I took in Diamond and Pearl, which I found for $5 a piece at a thrift store, complete, immaculate. I took those in, traded them in to a guy, and got a copy of Dragon Quest VI on DS for $20. So effectively $30 total, and it's like a $60 game at the time, $80.
Cool.
So yeah, good trade credit on those
I just want to start
for anybody.
stacking up my trade credit again.
Mm-hmm. Stacking up the final minutes of this hangout.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to stop the broadcast if you guys are good.
Knocked
Sounds
out his
good.
Jenga of madness.
Bye, everyone. See ya.
Quick, cut it before we have another excuse to keep it going.
Oh.
See you guys.
See you later.